Biếng bu là buồn xẹp, ấy xẹp có real vẻ này tu what the class tree crush the hand me no reply when I hear the producer. Hey yo, I wish you everybody a happy holiday. It's your boy Vanna, and this beat is produced by Dan EB from YouTube. You heard that? Yeah, I heard it. I hope you heard it. And this old station on the beat, yeah. Take your metro, work. You're saying yeah. Get work. I've never seen an ass like that. Twerk. Can chim thì môi tu cái like no ni mizia. Among the soy tu cái soy no ni thiam zia. Cái clear train, cái bomb like a bicep. Cái hell hole, a trunk vek a tricep. But local, like a biếng bu là bun sep. ASAP, cái real vẻ này tu. What the class tree crush. The hand, me no reply. And you're the one I trust. I can't believe it. I fall in love with my gym girl. I fall in love with my gym girl. And I don't wanna say her name, you know how when time flies. I singing like a da-di-da-ta. Play till mail chart. To I low, take a down full zilla. Klang in min sail. Na zong te sira hella. Play till mail chart. To I low, take a down full zilla. Klang in min sail. Na zong te sira hella. Yeah. Ta-ta-da-ta. 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 Hun er gold, hun let Nilo på kan tier, kan tier Workout, hun kan se fæld, kan se selv. Min hip, du har sagt mel, der er lun har sagt mel, yeah. Kan page på like her, ind her som det Nike. The type of girl, I call it wifey. Lady long har se, kan mu biang i kan lej. Kan dream girl, kan gym girl, du er hen kan thai. Lil so young, in lung er længe. Gini til ni long har se, lu er sheng. Vinci på rund lang se, hey. Muki bang, crop top like bond fan, ting to a fang. Hey, dear mail chart, to I low, take a down full zilla. Klang in min sail, na zong te sira hella. Play dear mail chart, to I low, take a down full zilla. Klang in min sail, na zong te sira hella. Yeah.
Ta-ta-da-ta. Unagal, ule nilo po contier, del contier, zel, zel, zo po la morca, lagi. Rukin and Donia guys, we're here in RIP then. Like here, RIP then. Here Dona. Susu. Ini here. Watch party kan tu mama. Set aku here dan watch party kan tu mama. Sini here. Aru here watch party kan tu mama. Angin. Tadi sisa usah buat Dona ni. Ya nak. Komunis strike ang doang kilo ma. Doang kan. Ikan ini gol awak. Ikan ada jam. Guys. Là play khá off tệ cái trong ngắn chết thầy đầu vấn đề off phải về hiện cái trong khá nên Arabitan the grind kan khel do na rukin endgame tu mani no kan enanga enge kondi engdin mun chi nge nkhena an ti kan an do ne nge an khel thado nge do lo zat nge pon an lo chunga an dinar hil mai theni tro chu kan an ve do ne kan an hawang ki ma life chang hen mo life kal tlangin na se ka soi tong khanin e community strike kha dong pon poi lo wa hemi chane lai chonin community strike kan dong ni pon poi ka ti lo wa kala monetize lo shim boka angin baka sub te kan nei claim do la ka ta he chonin e community strike kha kan dong lo tu ra nga ya subscriber te kan nei tam lo wa 2.69k chi kan nei ya chu ba chuanin RIP hawin karen an nei lawa apoi lu tu elna turan zong me o avahan buai tla a buai tla kan ni chu buai tla ini karen kan nei chatte lul ne no karen ni kan nei thabik sia wa buai tla ko be veng chang kang lawa do ni o no mo veng chang kang a chuanin karen hi kan nei renga kai ni chu mo karen hi khel na turan zong mek ten te ora lang chui fel e ngati mo aru ka en ai de chon te kan lo en veng chu tro kan va in ding an lo en ho nga avelo mo kan en ho dial dia no su chonin OG hin tigen khelun turin shem OG khelun tur sia kan om chonin chat lam han lo soi ula OG khelun tur he kan om chuat lo soi ru le an khetam tek man no shim na boy vi ni tura ngai la an ni lam tu na hianin san hokan khel meka lo te ho hianin 8-bit te ho in mo tuin asit esport notice tang pon team telan tam khop mai notice train team hi team panga paruk pasari bor vel sun khel ve ni notice tang hot po hianin team pasari ve an khel bok mo amaro chu khelo zing mi ha ni velar me she tur chu pai Santos Trophy Mizoram champion chumkha chen khat chen in she mo ka shelawa 2014 football ngai na vak lo tan chon shelo mai the 2014 khanin Santos Trophy and Mizoram champion a she tur chu Mizoram player ho kha a thaber te an nishan la ni aya player quality nei chutak tak khan na tamani no player hian thabik ta hlua da an thiam big wanga khel turan nishan lawa chonin the weekends zone chu a tu manom lo le lu ya en lo ka wa hi o zone chu a tu manom lo the grind the grind
for the teams to work with. Team 8, would we see them take a swan dive in that river to cross and get there as early as possible? And I think for the first time, this will put Team 8-bit in an advantageous position. They might just be able to get a lot of points from this matchup. Exactly, I love these water circles, but look at this. RC also tried to do something similar, but Arc Esports were very, very ready for this situation, just firing down hell upon Team RC, and Electro has been knocked out. Thunder and Cloudy just trying to stay underwater as long as possible, but how long are they going to hold their breath is the question. Team 8-Bit, of course, they've already crossed, and look at this. I believe it's Team Zephyrus who's also trying to go in with the vehicle, maybe take a tumble themselves as well. The water itself, as all these teams look to rush inside the circle, it's going to be an absolute bloodbath, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm just hoping that the teams who are in good positions already, courtesy like Team 8-Bit or Team Arc Esports, they can reap on the benefits. The BG, my God, have really blessed them so far. 8-Bit's Beast is now pouncing upon Team TF5 as 3 players have been knocked out, and there's just one guy who still remains. Karthik pulled out a grenade pin before. I feel like he's more than prepared, Johnny.
Yeah, he is more than prepared. And I think he realized that if he overaggressed over there, his teammates would have been in trouble if he got knocked out. So he backed off, started to use utility instead of just running forward for a gun duel against one of the last players remaining from the side of TF5. And I think again, this last player is going to be taken care of as well. Reaper was there on the shoreline, barely had any HP on him a few seconds ago, but now he has recovered. But unfortunately for him, he is still inside the blue zone, and that will make it very easy for the players of Team 8-Bit to actually pick him off. But do they realize that there is a man left behind? There's a survivor that they've left behind, and he might just be able to cause a lot of pain and misery for them in the future, but doesn't matter. Teammates would have secured 7 finishes in the game as well. Get those points in their bags as quickly as possible. They're looking to get those finishes from the players that are inside the water outhouse. It will be very easy for them to actually secure those knocks and secure those finishes and get those points added to their overall tally. But the problem is the challenge is coming from the other side of the river at the same time.
Yeah. Seems like Lady Luck has blessed Team 8-Bit with open arms, especially in times of adversity. But look at this too. The circle hard shifts once again. Crazy northward shift, ladies and gentlemen. As Team 8-Bit, they need to finish off this whole fight pretty soon and move a lot northward. 150 meters which they need to traverse to get inside the circle, and they have no vehicles whatsoever. They also have teams coming in, approaching in from their southern side, especially in the waterways, which are easy finish points for them as well. So they need to decide, do they prefer the circle or do they confirm those finish points? With 7 points already acquired, I feel like Team 8-Bit, they are well set for the final game. They should just prioritize the zone right now and play for the end game, play for those placement points, and play for qualification. As Arc Esports versus VLT still continues. I feel like VLT with the kind of fight on the advantage really difficult to actually shake them off. The open grounds as VLT's aimbot has spotted, and I love this. The prone and spay is really accurate, and aimbot might just be able to wipe out the entirety of the team, Johnny, and this is not good news.
Yeah, this is definitely not good news. 8-Bit were put under heavy fire by Reaper, one of the last players from the side of TF5, and Velocity is aimbot. And as you mentioned, aimbot, his precision, well, it's extremely good. Mighty, oh my goodness, what happened? All right, Reaper finished him off. Reaper was still there in the backlines, dishing out the damage onto the players of 8-Bit, and he has gotten sweet revenge for his teammates. Finally, 8-Bit, I think they would have been extremely happy a few moments ago when they actually swam to the other side, swam to the Camp Alpha Island, thinking that, hey, we got here early and this game is going to be ours. But the game itself, the zone, it had something else in its mind entirely. Curveball, throwing everyone's game plan off, and see Velocity they were the ones rotating extremely late. All of a sudden, they are the only team that is inside the zone and the only team who will have any sort of cover to work with.
Johnny, I'm just so startled by what I just saw. I mean, Team 8-Bit, they saw two extremes. They saw the extreme highs and they saw the extreme lows, and being taken down by VLT as well as Team TF5, it's probably going to be the hardest pill that they've had to swallow. But so far, I
hope that they've secured enough points. Look at this though.
Oh,
I mean, the rest of the teams trying to come in, and VLT just holding their ground strong. They've got the massive amount of map control, and the rest of the players aren't even qualified to fight right now. I believe there's Hindustan Gaming who is still trying to go for a run, who's still trying to make it work, but of course, out in the open, it's going to be hard for them to survive.
DPS OP
goes in for that close quarter battle, but he's going to get engulfed by the play zone as well.
DPS
As from, I believe, from the players of VLT, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was VLT. I mean, they were ones with the
line of fire
just be able to shoot underneath the bridge, but again, I think no other team is going to be able to challenge the final for the chicken dinner in this match in particular. It's just a question of how many elimination points will VLT actually finish this match with. I think that is something that just we're all waiting for. Because this win is guaranteed there. There is no way any other team takes this away from them. Alright, I'm gonna bite my words, I think, in a few moments, because the zone has now completely shifted inside the water. I expect some cheeky guys sitting in the corner with a bunch of first stage.
They certainly are. There are a lot of cheeky guys in the corner. Speaking of them, there is going to be one guy in the name of Hell who is still trying to punch in his final first hit. Just managed to get that position for his team. So I feel like Team TWB, this must have been a decent showing, but it's not the end of it all. There's still 2 players from Team Arc remaining. There's also Spray God from Acid remaining. And all of them are hugging the rocks that lie in front of them. The slope is so steep that there is no line of sight from the top. So VLT have to find a way so that they can execute these players and secure the chicken dinner to their name. But so far, it hasn't really been a possibility. Arc just sticking together. I feel like they have just been spotted, but none of them can actually use their weapons right now because they are underwater. It's just about finding information, and from top, they've been barging those nades, and exactly that is what is happening. Punk and Immortal charging in with the nades itself, and Aimbot and Jazzy is looking to spot out the players. Punk falls down, takes a dip in the water. I believe Team VLT, they've actually cleaned up Team Arc, and chicken dinner goes to their name. But of course, what a top-tier game we have had, Johnny. I feel this was one of the craziest zones we've seen in Sanhok so far.
Man, they bullied that last guy into the corner on purpose just so Immortal could nade him and finish him off. They did not want to give up on that last point as well. Velocity, I mean, just showcasing the kind of dominance that they're built for and what they can actually pull off if the zone shifts are like a little bit more manageable as compared to what was happening to them on Erangel. And again, this was quite a good game for them, managing to finish up with a lot of points. The chicken dinner just being secured already as the zone shifted upon them. It moved from Camp Alpha to the main island, again on the eastern side of the bridge. And I think had that not happened...
Greetings, agents. I am Max Bot, your host.
Nghe ka ay ang kainang tiyak ka buhay lo Mariag te Crucial puelo limnano Saring gawa ko ba? Agar rap chak ko chin ba? 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 Sao mà nó sao mà nó tầm thuốc lỗ mì
Là thấy cái quả.
Lucas
Cái lần này lâu rồi.
Nít là van voin rim ta kina thok mi hausa kan ni ati ma se tang ka le lung lu sen tram mi lấy râu lu chuan tu ra nei lâu
ơi hay mình rồi nào đây pin anh cả đi
cấp bậc khu em na nghe thok em chung nghe ấy dân na mi hausa kan ni tisi a em chung nghe hausak na thuru em nghe ka ayang ka inang tia ka boy lo mariak te a tu she pui lo lim na em polo thing se lo
Yeah.
kim ka dong song tree
à chả thấy đâu kia là chân tuổi kia chân đầu đâu video còn đâu anh đó này guys nghe nên đủ bây giờ PUBG community chúng trang à nhiều nhiều hát tên thầm tế bây giờ PUBG community chúng trang à ringo face game nghe nên đủ guys đâu request luôn nghe cái nên đuông đấy cái kia đó là bao tên no movie được kịp anh là thế đi Athena gameplay á cho lên được kịp chung em gì em á ôi 이게 주주 헐 Scout host tour na oh init to runio scout in here Sol Gaming House God like boot game cái này anh mỹ đâu God like boot game đi
अगर आपने इस लिंक पे क्लिक किया है तो आप डेफिनेटली इन सबको जानते हैं
Godlike.
Johnny or what
We are godlike. कौन नहीं जानता है godlike को?
गॉडलाइक आपके लिए क्या है?
फैमिली
Dobby
इंडिया का वन ऑफ द बेस्ट ऑर्ग है जो प्लेयर्स के लिए सोचती है
घर की याद नहीं आती क्योंकि यहाँ पे भी सब
Rebelli हिने ने कहीं follow आज या
माहौल घर जैसा है
आप अपने पिछले बूट कैंप के बारे में सबसे ज्यादा क्या मिस करते हो?
वो जगह छोटी थी तो सब लोग मिलके जो हम लोग बैठते थे बातें करते थे मस्ती मजा करते थे वो यहाँ पे होती नहीं है क्योंकि ये बहुत बड़ी जगह है वो 4 BHK था
BGMI Champions God like Esport Hell
ढूंढना नहीं पड़ता था किसी को भी ढूंढना है तो इजीली अवेलेबल था किसी को बुलाना है तो आवाज देते इधर ऐसे हाइड एंड सीक वाला होता है किसी को ढूंढना है तो मतलब कोई कभी मिलता नहीं तो मैं तो कभी कभी सीसीटीवी में देखता हूँ उनको, ये कहाँ पे है, तो उधर जाके फिर
इंटरनेट जो बीटी देता था, इंटरनेट वो वाले, बहुत सारी मेहनत और बीटी ये सब था, तो वो मिस करता हूँ।
ओके, तो वहाँ पे ऐसा था, एक छोटा सा एरिया था, तो वहाँ पे सारे प्लेयर्स हम एक साथ बैठ के पूरा लाइक डिनर वगैरह हो गया, लंच हो गया, एंड मस्ती मजाक बहुत ज़्यादा होता था, वो थोड़ा मिस होता है।
उसमें अभी बहुत सारे इमोशंस जुड़ गए थे, बहुत सारे लैंड जीते, टूर्नामेंट्स जीते, सो वो अलग ही लाइक वो एनवायरनमेंट बन गया था वो
पार्टी दो ना बाहर watch party का सारी का
ऐसा कुछ नहीं है जो मिस करते हैं हम पिछले बूट कैंप, क्योंकि हम हमेशा अपग्रेड करते हैं ना, तो पिछले में जो खामियां थी तो वो यहाँ पे हमने पूरी कर दी है।
कोई ऐसी चीज पिछले बूट कैंप के बारे में जो आपको पसंद नहीं थी?
वो इंटरनेट
टूर्नामेंट
चल रहे हैं, मतलब वर्ल्ड लीग
bootcamp mana dulu itu soalnya kan dulu bootcamp funlife kan dulu
लाइक
ऐसा लगा,
you don't want to watch
ऐसा लगता है, तो वही
yeah disgusting
ध्यान देंगे।
very boring maniga god like here in gym the bond नहीं
एंड देन हम चलते हैं जिम की ओर, और अभी मॉर्निंग हो चुकी है, तो मॉर्निंग में यहाँ पे सारे प्लेयर्स जिम कर रहे हैं। ये जिम में जितने भी सारे इक्विपमेंट्स हैं, इसके बारे में मेरे को इतना कुछ नॉलेज नहीं है, तो हमारे जो जिम ट्रेनर है वही आपको सारा इस इक्विपमेंट्स के बारे में बताएंगे और इस जिम के बारे में बताएंगे। ये है गाइस दिगंबर दादा, हम इनको कहते हैं, ये आपको बताएंगे पूरे जिम के बारे में।
जिम में बेसिक हमारे पास हर प्रकार की इक्विपमेंट है। यहाँ पर लेग प्रेस है, यहाँ पर मल्टीपर्पज मशीन है, मतलब उसमें लेग प्रेस कर सकते हैं। यहाँ पर हम लोग जो पुलअप्स मार रहे हैं पुलअप्स कर सकते हैं, ट्राइसेप बाइसेप, हर प्रकार के इक्विपमेंट है। सब लोग कहते हैं कि यार स्पोर्ट्स प्लेयर फिटनेस पे ध्यान नहीं देते, लेकिन क्वांटन भाई बोला कि हम लोग पहले फिटनेस पे ध्यान देंगे, बाद में गेम पे फोकस करेंगे। सो पहले हम फिटनेस पे ध्यान देते हैं, जब भी बच्चे को टाइम मिलता है हर बंदा आके यहाँ पर वर्कआउट करता है। टूर्नामेंट होंगे सब लोग जाके ऊपर कुछ मेडिटेशन करते हैं, योगा करते हैं, मतलब पहले फिटनेस पे ध्यान देंगे तब कॉन्सेंट्रेट बढ़ेगा।
anh mổ Guy press pull 지금 파이널 전 켈로 그래 해모 उठाता हूँ हम लोग
तो जैसे ही हम लॉबी से एंटर करते हैं, तो सबसे फर्स्ट आप यहाँ पे देख पा रहे होंगे, ये है गाइस लिफ्ट, और पीछे वाला जो रूम है आप देख पा रहे होंगे, ये है हमारा सर्वर रूम एंड सिक्योरिटी रूम। एंड गाइस ये जो आपके पीछे जो वॉल है उसके ऊपर हमने जो ग्राफिटी बनाई है, तो देख सकते हो दिल से गॉड लाइक, एज यू नो ये हमारा हैशटैग है दिल से गॉड लाइक। जैसे ही सारे प्लेयर्स अंदर आते हैं, तो सबसे फर्स्ट जिम के बाद लॉबी से जैसे एंटर करते हैं, तो दिल से गॉड लाइक पढ़ के बूट कैंप में चले जाते हैं, ताकि उनको मन में रह के यार गॉड लाइक को हमें रिप्रेजेंट करना है, अच्छे से गेम खेलना है। तो जैसे जैसे हम बूट कैंप में कंटेंट हाउस के ऊपर आप देख पा रहे हैं, काफी सारी ग्राफिटी बनाई वॉल के ऊपर। ये हमारी कंटेंट हाउस जो है उसकी लॉबी है, और यहाँ पर भी गाइस लिफ्ट है। एंड जैसे हम हमारे कंटेंट हाउस में एंटर करते हैं, तो गाइस आप देख पा रहे होंगे यहाँ पे स्पेस है जहाँ पे हम लैंड करेंगे या फिर अलग अलग कंटेंट बनाएंगे, जैसे हमारे प्लेयर्स का शूट हो या फिर कोई ब्रांड इंटीग्रेशन हो, या काफी सारी चीजें यहाँ पे हम कर सकते हैं। आप स्पेस देख सकते हो। तो ये जो कंटेंट हाउस है गाइस, यहाँ पे हमने पूरा एयर कंडीशन करके रखा हुआ है ये सारा एरिया, एंड यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो ये सिटिंग एरिया है। तो अभी हम चलते हैं बूट कैंप के फर्स्ट फ्लोर के ऊपर, जहाँ पे आपको मिलने वाले हैं हमारे गुरु भाई। तो है गाइस, हम हमारे कंटेंट हाउस की यहाँ से हम जा रहे हैं फर्स्ट फ्लोर के ऊपर। तो यहाँ पे मैंने फर्स्ट फ्लोर दबा दिया है, और गाइस ये जो हमारी लिफ्ट है ये आपको कैसे लगी बताना। इसको हमने नाम दिया है, यहाँ ऊपर आरजीबी लाइट्स है, वो भी आप देख पा रहे होंगे, रिफ्लेक्शन आपको आ रहा होगा। ये हमारा क्रू गाइस जो हमें बूट कैंप रिवील में हेल्प कर रहे हैं, शूटिंग में हेल्प कर रहे हैं। तो यहाँ पे हम फर्स्ट फ्लोर पे जा रहे हैं। फर्स्ट फ्लोर आपको जो है पूरा बताने वाले हैं कि क्या क्या है, क्या क्या फैसिलिटीज है हमारे गेमिंग हाउस में, हमारे बूट कैंप में स्पोर्ट्स के। तो यहाँ पे गाइस हम आ चुके हैं फर्स्ट फ्लोर पे, और यहाँ पे गुरु भाई ब्लॉग शूट कर रहे हैं। जब देखो कैमरा लेके बूट कैंप में पड़ा हुआ रहता है, लेकिन अभी तक रिवील नहीं हुआ है तो बेचारा कंटेंट नहीं डाल पा रहा है। जैसे रिवील हो जाएगा गुरु के चैनल पे काफी सारा कंटेंट आने वाला है। तो गाइस मुझे लगता है कि ये जो फर्स्ट फ्लोर है इसके बारे में आपको गुरु बेटर बता सकता है क्योंकि वो हमेशा यही पे रहता है। तो आप जो हमारा फर्स्ट फ्लोर है उसको कंटिन्यू
डन। अब मैं लेके चलता हूँ तुम लोगों को। सो गाइस आ जाओ तुम लोग को हम क्रॉन्टन्स डेन दिखाते हैं जहाँ क्रॉन्टन एंड अमर स्ट्रीम करते हैं। ये देखो कितना मस्त है, जहाँ वर्टिकल मॉनिटर लगा है, एक हॉरिजॉन्टल मॉनिटर लगा है, सीपीयू है विद सो गुड स्पेक्स एंड गाइस एक बार तुम लोग देखो कैमरा कितना खतरनाक लगा हुआ है, माइक कितना मस्त है, हेडफोन एंड एवरीथिंग तबाही एकदम सुपर। एंड गाइस ये सेटअप ना पूरे बूट कैंप में सारे पीसी का है, सीरियसली सारे पीसी का है। और इधर देखो थोड़ा सोफा है जिसपे विजिटर्स आके बैठ सकते हैं, इधर पिन बैग है एंड द मेन थिंग गॉड लाइक का लोगो। सीरियसली ये ना सबसे रिलेटेबल है। सो गाइस आ जाओ तुम लोग को बहुत अच्छा दो ग्राफिटीज दिखाता हूँ। पहला ग्राफिटी है जेट का, जो भी सभी को पता होगा इस कैरेक्टर के बारे में। दूसरा कैरेक्टर
Để mà đàn này đồ cho nên trong khi tập chút dần đang live em hay khi mai khi đàn khi ngày tuổi ngay cái gì cái live rồi chứ thực hiện mò cái trong khi xem gì tập ăn khăn ông chỉ mấy cái đàn này em vào trong này cho nó trả thấu ta hết đi vào cuốn ngay liếm lẩu ăn chi ông thấu lẩu người cái gì phải phải cái sẽ chặt ba ngày thấu à ngày hiện mò ít sẽ lâu anh phone thì phone chia ta từ lâu cái trong khi अधिक lâu thì đi sợi gần hay mình bay kiếm mò
CODM का आर्ट वर्क बना हुआ है एंड
तू ना पो आई डोंट वांट टू बी टोंग से भाग लो थी
हमेशा ऑक्यूपाइड रहता है
नहीं लो नहीं
भाई। गाइस चलते हैं दूसरे रूम में।
बाय बाय टोंग वाले तो
सो गाइस ये बेडरूम दिखाते हैं। यहाँ बहुत सारा बंक बेड्स है, खूब सारा कबर्ड्स है, क्रिएटर्स सारे के सारे और थोड़े इधर भी सोते हैं। ये है कंटेंट क्रिएटर्स का स्ट्रीमिंग रूम।
आइडो और छन लड्डे और जो दिए
क्लियर ले
तू बात करो नॉइस कैंसलेशन ओ
रूम में ना गॉड लाइक का लोगो भी बहुत बड़ा सा। आ जाओ तुम लोग को दूसरा केबिन दिखाते हैं। दूसरा केबिन में
ला जो
रोज बैठा हुआ है।
应该除了最近啦，应该一张眼睛 fit cut 呗，那个这个
भगा ही दिया।
cái ảo rừng tên gì ở mình đâu vậy cái này cái cái lâu anh màn trả thì bóc xe trả ngay em
सीरियसली ये बहुत
lú gì xe
और ये देखो खूबसूरत सा गॉड लाइक का लोगो
phải mà
तगड़ा वाला।
hay là anh tiếng vái rồi mất anh dùng vái tới chỗ vái chỗ ngay nào sung sung
CODM का बेडरूम
thì sai lại cái nên tuần thì
सेम टू सेम।
nhưng nặng mà
अब हम लोग इस
cái sai lại
anh riêng cái là mình lên lâu mình
क्या भाई
tôi bỏ đi cả
anh rồi đi tới là cái đại cái mùng xe cái chỗ em đó anh em nó còn
सो गाइस ये एक्सपेंशन
cái play cái này lằng mấy lằng mình
एक्सपेंशन चल रहा है।
em bay ai đi qua lắm mà
I was very new to English as well as American English. I used to write words.
cần sai ăn đúng rồi sai là tất ngồi ring tất lấy nè sai ô
người ta let's key hype tí về là mình ra thiếm đầu chỉ ra thiếm về chỉ ra thiếm đầu tí về là anh đầu na khăn các mình riêng na khát tiền cắt ta nang mà ra khát cho riêng chỗ đầu ta tiếng khăn ở bằng đôi thiếm nghe đi khá cắt khá ra thiếm đầu đâu không cái key à mình ở hen sao về là mình cái tên này nó nằm đúng rồi chị ăn thịt chiên về nó xin ra tay mò đi tinh làm bằng cái chỗ ác quậy nó xa về này cái này là stay về là hẳn dài về tập bộ mà ăn về chứ
zero lem low ka pian pui thiam na
i pian pui thiam na ka thiam lo i thiam hol lo ni kha i zir lo bo kai thiam bok hek lo
Rilrua
tiếng đầu riêu hiền ô tiếng đầu riêu hiền ăn tiếng Thay đang ôi thay dễ lòng mi ta nè tu ra liam mà so con ngày lên hồi lên về lòng bây đun mà cho ni top sân lô
Iya, memiliki tema dengan asuhan itu.
Asia lo.
Sayang ôi trái dễ lòng mi ta nè tu ra liam mà so con ngày lên hồi về dễ lòng bây đun mà cho ni top sân lô cùng lâu riêng mây nắng lên bul gần chân na bul chân na tỷ lệ mà Isu đặt câu hỏi chân na
nè riêng lâu riêng hiền bằng lâm mà ạc mẹ có mụ bằng con hi xe bụi tem mình cầu san tung sụ giật hi ấy chân này xoay cả đủ phụ đi xoay ngang bạc là phụ phụ đi bì đầm đấy chu rê ạc phăng rê
chặt chốt cái phật chốt tao đừng xì ngay mà làm pan chặt làm pan itu tak kemang pan perfect mỗi na anh kira anh bị cái anh chi ka lá thằng ka anh chi ka sẽ lâu ka anh kinga pan đi anh bị đi ka saya ôi trái dễ là kita
2 points you need, or at least more than 22 points inside week 2. You're going to be needing to qualify inside the top 8, so that means the bars have not been raised, and you need to make sure that every single step.
làข้าโมยสถานเตรียม
Cả lốm cả lốm
very bad is giải rõ trắng chiếc hẳn cả ôm anh hả ô
đi lên nè
cả lung đâu quậy chuộc nó sao đó này
hui phê khó kín phê ta la đi lối nào running sum tuột khơi phá tăng tình anh hết lâu mơ
là cho nên anh mà đi game mà cho nên chân lý sản con đó
mình run shit đom nia
mà sẽ anh thì lấy đó là bảo lại phải cho anh lại đó
mi dấu phọ tị siết lúc tục lệ cả ngày nó cắt thế này
phá tăng tình hết cho nên mình run shit đôi cắt nick biu.
This is Gaming. With our free Windows downloadable software, you'll have access to a gaming application.
Cái này về đây kêu cái gì mà quên không? Để lý ông lại về hiện.
Kan vai no. Kan lu chunga ban pharin. Trong khoa se du le ngay vang bo.
Anh lát tế rồi. Cái có tế rồi.
Maria den ông haruna. Thin lai na atam thei lo.
Anh ăn vào na khan mình shit lâu le. Nem ten tor zai. Karel may tura. Ô tụ lại trong bê là biết thu tiên kinh cần lần sẽ khóc. Thì lại lung rinh là khen phát lâu mồ. Sẽ lại na và nuôi hiá vô. Cho nên mình biết lại dòng phê. Thì mình khá at something see Thì mình khá at something see Ăn lộn mẹ Ăn lộn mẹ Ăn lộn
Em bị tận thật đấy Em bị tận chẳng đấy
Cả vắt được
Ole Kalom hai lâu cái rừng đây lâu dạ tay ở chân chú lâu buổi sáng okay kalom thank you khơi check in mo nó cái lỗ oh thank you kalom số bằng số cái chỗ đó thấy mà nó chỗ ấy với cái chỗ cần mình đâu ấy hết khả năng cần chỗ này tôi số cần đấy mà cái này một đôi này là kia là cái ta cần pay của ta mà
anh start đó mình
chị bay nó chị bay hay rồi chị bay okay thank you anh hay buổi khác thì nó giải thiểm lý chú giải thiểm lý chú buổi là tầm chỉ lắm mà cái tiếng cái anh ấy cho mẹ đủ rồi anh vok sai đầu xem tỏ mà art tôi cần đấy cái lối ra bộ lắm mà luôn vàng nghe
bên này status các bạn ta
lung tung môn vàng
khi thu sầu đây
phim suol trên đi lung run tui cái thiêm lâu mình ai đâm rồi
They said, don't fall, don't forget all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it, getting these voices inside just
Daring go ho haring lo ina Ivlok kha anila Ralakon Ralakon na subscribe lo tin lo subscribe lo ti to ve ti long vlog part 2 boring di sa long vlog hejo I don't like this kind of vlog but I don't like it. My first montage kan endo mi first montage na first montage 8-bit na rin mo ani mo kanok bay ronay letaw lagi
yeah Unknown brain Marvin Divine
RIP ho hatahan ka wipe mo sepoy online RIP ano sepoy online RIP cái wipe pop to đi two face theo ni ka theo reverse theo mo
I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating thanks to all the rumors. And it's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous.
That's it.
gotta stay away from all your games. Yeah, I know that I found somebody else to love you today.
Or maybe Puchinki.
RIP.
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely going to be a challenge making it all the way towards Georgia Pole. Pochinki should be a little bit easier. You can drop quite close to farm, pick up a few vehicles, and then just rotate using those vehicles towards Pochinki. Similar approach can be there for the Georgia Pole rotation, but Georgia Pole is a lot further away. And you know, teams do like to play from Georgia Pole, from ruins. Some teams looking to head towards the northern Georgia city as well are going to look to drop a little bit earlier onto the map. So a lot of challenges for any team that plays from the western half of this map of Erangel. But as far as we always talk about the early stages, the drop points of a lot of these teams, in the previous game, in the previous group, we observed 4 teams dropping on Military Island. This time, it's just 2.
And we've got TS in front of us. And you can see TS, I mean, it is one of those teams that dropped inside farm. Now, we don't exactly know if that's their main drop spot or if they've dropped over there just because of the play and fly path. Once again, these type of play and fly paths really do make these teams to think on the fly, adapt on the fly, and make those quick decisions. And considering now the circle as well, it's going to be a standard one, nothing out of the box, nothing out of ordinary. It's just going to be right in the smack center. So every single team, you can say they're still going to be getting a lot of chance to be in their comfort zone. And so far, we haven't seen any drop collisions just yet. Look at FFC, all the way towards Kamishki, Stalber, and the compound surrounding it. This is one of the teams that is safest so far.
I mean, so far, but how long will they manage to stay safe? It's going to be a big question. On the other side, though, as we move towards school, do you see the players of Glitch Gaming taking control of the main school building for themselves? I believe the players of OR Esports are not too far away from their position, so Glitch Gaming, they will have to be a little bit more cautious with how they move around and, in fact, how they move out of this position in the later stage of the map. And was it just me, or on the radar, did you also see a few players still gliding?
They actually are, yeah. This is why I said it's going to be a tough extent for them. But now finally those players are dropped down and, yeah, secure the vehicles. Look at them. Look at UP50. All the players inside one single Jeep, and they're trying to make it to their drop location. Now, once again, it's going to be a slow start for them. But once they do get the suitable amount of loot, shouldn't be that tough of a beginning. We do have Galactic Esports. It's not exactly, he doesn't exactly, play raw. He might be his own grave now.
Well, let's see the Galactic Esports starting things off, or in fact looking to start things off right now. Frost stuck in the open is going to lob a nade to try and see if he can push Raw out of his position. And in fact, that nade does dish out a lot of damage. Raw from the side of Galactic Esports is going to be forced to back off completely. The reset.
Yeah.
Will it be there?
Don't exactly know for that, but
yeah.
Yep. Raw, though, chipped out a little bit. And his position's definitely known. You can see, look at Frost, how close he's trying to sneak in. Way too close, actually. Raw in the front, and now Frost finally gonna peek out. Shots taken, nicely done. Player knocked out. Was just waiting for the right opportunity. As soon as the player stepped out, Frost striked Supreme, and now Raw's knocked out. So that's a really good start for, you can say, IE.
Definitely a good start and a good approach from Frost. Making sure that he wasn't picking up the fight until he knew exactly where Raw was, and he knew that his position wasn't compromised. He did reposition after that nade quite beautifully and did go onto an off angle to pick off Raw, but the problem is that the knock has not yet been confirmed. Raw was just knocked out and he's crawling back towards his teammate. And if Galactic Esports, they get this reset done, then the effort of Frost will all be in win, especially considering both these teams are still towards Lipovka and the zone is nowhere near them.
Indeed, Johnny. And I mean, considering IE, they've already got a good start for themselves, at least that first blood. I personally consider those first bloods can be such a massive uplifter for your overall confidence inside the upcoming game. It really can be. Galactic Esports, once again, one of the players was in the front lines, and now they know that they have been surrounded by a team. So this Lipovka city that they've got, it's quite a small one. And these two teams will be forced to engage against each other. Look at the circle as well. This is something that I'm really concerned about, Johnny, because this team, IE and even Galactic Esports, they're so far away from the circle. And as you remember, 8-Bit was one of those teams that likes to go for late rotation, and late rotation, I'm personally not a big fan of that.
I mean, late rotations definitely quite tricky to pull off, considering you will be quite paranoid about teams that are expecting teams to gatekeep you, expecting teams to blockade your way from entering the zone. But for now, I think, again, the biggest blockade for both these teams are the players from either side. Nova on our screens right now, just laying down smoke so that he can, I believe, go for a push onto one of the players from the side of Galactic, but it's not going to be an easy push since his teammates are marking those rotating points, are marking the gaps between the compound. So they might be able to dish out a little bit of damage on Nova before he actually makes it through to the other side. But we switch perspectives, ladies and gentlemen. Moving to tactical esports in the middle of Nova, still looking for loot, but the push has come in, and Nova from the side of Initiative finds the opening, the first knock and finish for his team.
Yeah, finally, that's stalemate. That silence breaks into a full-out war. And as we've got Noah once again just standing inside his building, as I say, man, these stalemate situations just burn through so much time. And they do not even provide that much value. You could use this time to reposition yourself, get a better amount of loot, get some more ammo. But the problem is, every single player inside the game so far, they're running low on ammo, and Meds, you can see IE and even Galactic Esports, they're not in a comfortable spot.
Yeah, Galactic Esports definitely aren't, since they are the ones on the receiving end of this trade. They've lost 2 players, just 2 remaining, Nova and Light. And these 2 individuals will try to make something happen, but the problem is that Initiative Esports, going for a 2-2 split, are going to try and out-pressure them in this scenario. But look at this, the play zone finding the knock, and Initiative Esports' Nova Vampire is the man who has been knocked out. Not really a situation that you want to be in, but as you mentioned, Necro, just because of how these teams decide to fight early, both of them are lacking critical utility in terms of throwable, in terms of healing utility. Blazy is there with just 1 first aid and an energy drink on him. And I wonder how long will both of these sides be able to sustain themselves inside the blue zone with this situation.
No clue about that, but Blasty looking to blast open a player in the front. A lot of shots taken, connection was there, Light knocked out, and now considering even the blue zone starting to chip out damage, you're going to be burning through meds like it's nothing. So for both these teams, the best way to get out of this situation is disengage and just don't try to fight once again. Oh man, for Initiative Esports, look at this player. Frost is probably not going to get any med. He's only got 1 first aid in his hands, but how much that 1 first aid is actually going to back him up, that's the big question. And these teams don't even have any vehicles secured. So, Johnny, they will need to run a marathon.
I mean, definitely. That is definitely going to be a long marathon for them. And even that, there are different pathways that they can take right now. A straight line rotation does seem the more viable option, but a northern rotation while you're moving towards the zone. But on the other side, UP50 looks like they're going to be in a middle rotation fight against one of the teams. And it is going to be quite interesting to see how they do manage to engage. KSRO7 pushing forward. He finds a man in the wrong direction.
Synergy na don't know. Divide the one in synergy time in
to get the advantage for his team, and one after the other, they are catching the opposition, completely unaware of where the players of UP50 are coming from. But finally, this fight, Necro has been brought down to a 1v1.
So he kalchak ang rin.
It came in the hand and might actually come out on top, and yes, he does strike him down in the front. Nicely done. AKM reigning nice and supreme. He's able to land all those shots, but he's still in an enemy territory, and this man wipes out the entire enemy's firing squad, and he's now also looking to save the day for the fallen teammates. What a superhero!
Definitely a hero that the team needed in this moment, because they were all just done for UP50, and then KSR, the man who started it all for his team, made sure that he was going to end it as well, wiping out the other side without even breaking a sweat. A 1v4 out in the open. Extremely impressive, but they have still lost one of their comrades, so it's just going to be a big loss for UP50. Having 3 players is still better than having none alive.
True that.
anh này đấy sao đến còn cho ta tụi này hiện RIP hiện quên số món một kinh nghiệm first game mà hiện
lâu lên cái mà cho nên anh tôi là mà cái buổi nó tên top hay lâu cho nên sao lúc tục tụi là
tụi này ít sao nó play cái gì ngã ta hù thằng này hiện ít sao làm đồ na mid thi tụi này hiện nó cần ngâm lúc rồi nó semi mid tầm một số lũ
anh tôn system tụi cả thằng rất tụi
thằng rất nhiều
cái này cái chỗ cái chỗ
tôn system mà quay màu đồn safe play safe gameplay tụi mà safe gameplay exit làm lại à safe gameplay cái này chỉ nằm độc khăn nên chỉ khăn nên anh play game này sao lúc tục lâu mất thì
anh hư làm phone là sao nó tục lâu rồi
anyhow try to disengage from that situation
because at the end of the day
yeah it will come to another that
you can use either looting up better meds or that you can use either positioning yourself in a better spot. And look at this is what I'm exactly talking about. Every single player is now just waiting for their death.
Exactly. I mean, you need to have certain rules. Movie gone in 60 seconds. You take about 60 seconds. Otherwise, look for an opportunity to disengage forward. And as you mentioned, I mean, Frost does have some booster going, but
thì do những cái nông mua RIP
he might be able to make it through if he finds first aid. I hope he does. Or maybe bandages.
He's gonna need a clutch. Yeah, he's gonna need.
Anh lụt đã phân dịch lâu em về.
làm cái GL thì bây giờ lụt truy vết còn thì làm bằng một kilo về.
Anh lụt nó làm phá tay
Maybe this will give him a few
extra seconds, but the circle
anh nói tới sao mà lóc anh làm soi xem hay thì pha mà làm soi công pui à người ta làm bằng soi là win thì anh cặp đó anh buổi nghề
yeah, also not really have boosters work over there. I mean,
Iris lang am di poi mo kati kesu. Tak hel don Iris kalak puyang.
Jibo satu cik.
Nan boy do kati jibo satu kalmak.
Would have kicked in to give him a little bit more, but again.
Pam lama baru tu ket kah ni ngai nak kati.
Ai zone kamo.
Means the door is just going to be shut.
It's don't know. Orang ni zone kati kalaman kal.
Being handed out to them. And while all of that was happening with the players of IE,
like pattern who
they still have that one man
mặc đâu chú mò
managed to
room
survive
sum mà hiện lobby sang anh một lobby niệm anh một prison làm bằng mention ball very at home ngay ba cả rồi tên nan hiện trả năng ni pon sửa ting compound là tên big box tu nan lu nan mình compound này nó kết mà tu là tầm nó tu thì em
not really the best spot you
can
ask for.
Jibo trắng của đâu cái mà
nhá. They're playing on the edges. As I said in the smack center so they're going to be chilling.
Ông gì ông lâu đấy, mi tầm nọ.
For RIP Mizo.
Sẽ khi là cái stronghold thì cho nên gì chú gì vậy?
Stronghold đó là fight như vậy đó.
Before the opponents,
their
sort of separated out, but now they're looking to reunite, and yes, that's what they exactly do. Nicely done. For now, is under contention for them. They are in a really good spot. Ropey gonna be knocked out while he tries to hold that window, but he's gonna be safe.
And RIP, they were pushed on from two teams, in fact. Information of the players of RIP. They were aware of this position and more than they were themselves, but now looking forward to a team that has gotten quite close. In fact, they're looking for an opening, but will they find it? The nade is going to be lined up by it blows up a little too quickly outside the compound.
Come on, Kobe.
Dish out a little bit of damage on the other side. Not really a position that RIP Mizo thought they would find themselves in. They're looking for a knock. They're looking for at least one knock. So as they push forward, they don't really have to charge in an unfavorable situation. They charge into a situation that is kind of a 50-50 laid out for them. But hey, look at this. Players of ZX.
Zone OP.
Rozok as well.
Rồi chăn lâu rồi kia nó rồi chăn lâu ai cái tiếng gì mà chúng ta có sử dụng rồi nó chăn lâu và nên bây giờ ông sẽ tụi này mà sẽ khi tại cái này fight những cái đoạn nhẹ lâu cho nên tên sống đón xuống lâu
ai cho nên cái mà lâu
gì cả ra
physics lâu đi chỉ có chân tara hiện nên mà lút lệ cái sẽ là đủ lệ
với khát nóc cho nó phủ đón với khát nóc phủ come on
nó one v two
looking to bombard this entire
啊
house.
，look 啦，做到我 look 嘅卡路咧，卡路咧。
But Nungai.
佢冇zoom 啦，咪，我喺度飛喺度，你嚟落先，係，收得收你，出咗，哎，哎，佢最近down，真係冇down，
shots from the flank
我聽到down啲，
冇呢度咯。And Tarkin Spartans, they are looking to gain the advantage.
馬斯 last minute 應該係 RIP。
that is being brought upon this position as their team is also reduced down.
我仲都會去啊！打條路喂， 分手，打緊呢間路啫嘛，佢ขัดเจนเนี่ยเปิด啊ไปเว้อ่ะอะไรเป็นมิโซวันเสาร์
have been finished off completely, and Tarkin Spartans are just barely surviving in this one.
ทีอันดอก ดูไอ้มาจนมองไอ้สุดเนี่ยชัดเท่าว่าพูดขโมยเราจะพูดเรื่องชัดเท่าว่าตีกันมาเนี่ยใครลงไอ้ดันนี่จนนี่ดูเลย it's don't know เราเนี่ยจนนี่ดัมกิมิน it's fight เซ่กันปวดเนี่ยชัดเท่าไอ้แชมป์อะไรพี่ก็อุณหภูมิเลยฟิสิกส์ดูกันน้ำตาตกน้ำชงเราดูน่าจนนี่เล็กนี่นะจีบอสสู้ไอ้เจลตากกันสกิลส์อัดเสียก็ที่นั่นฟังเลยนี่ผู้ฝึกทัวร์บ่าวทุsupport ดูครบจนในสกิลส์อะไรท่าจีบอสบอกว่านัวแต่ด้วยฟิสิกส์แต่ทัดทั้งโดดตัวตามจนนี่เลวินเนี่ยเกมไม่กันแล้วทำว่าเราทุ่งมองเลวินนักโทษassault ตลอดดูกับ freak ลูกมอง
and as you mentioned, it was beautiful, it was
something
needed to be done.
แต่ฟิสิกส์ก็easy ได้เป็นกรรมได้เป็นเลี้ยงขี้สมองเร็วแต่
ดีกับฮิโม
รัดขี้โม
ชิลตู้ชัดเด้อเฮ้ยซีกับจูที่นั่นมันนี่ตีปุ่งจริงนี่ใช่ไหมมันนี่ให้ตีปุ่งจริงให้เจนยังplayer จัดเด้อไม่ให้กัดเสาทัดนะที่ที่นี่ใช่ไหมซีกับจูโมดูบางส่วนให้ฮาร์อามาตานะ
finds a better for his team and an extra point.
Team Lightning, Yvonne. I mean, now soon enough, the next circle as well is going to start to close in, Johnny. It's way too close to actually close in. You haven't really got a lot of time. Only 30 seconds in your hands. Those teams that is not looking comfortable. Actually, if you're actually one of those teams that is still not inside the circle too, this is a wake-up call for you. Be in the circle as quick as possible. Actually, the Boys is one of those teams that is not in the circle. Yeah, they're getting a lot of shots taken out of themselves, but no other option than to cross the bridge. And Ronnie gets knocked out in the open. Ronnie confirmed as well. So now the boys are taking down a 3-man squad.
3 players, sometimes even they are enough to secure the game for you. But again, the hard shift of the zone completely on top of the players of OR Esports. Setting themselves up for success, but will they be able to secure it? I think a big question that everyone wants to control too much. Move further.
Ama chết thật phụ tổ cho 1v4 1v3 pop này thấy nè mò.
There's a massive cluster of teams towards east
Levin the bond test here unknown player. If you patch out your kill on
on the western half.
ได้จะสินเราจะมาเสร็จแล้วจนสกูดกินเนาะนี่มันจะสินอะไรไปละออลวะ
I mean, as I said,
ที่น่ะฮะนี่zone ถ้าปัทุมินันเขาตะวันเลยนะเห็นลูกเวทเขาตัวจุงไอ้ตัวตัวละโซนมาดูคิดอย่างโซนละตะเคียนทัดปาร์ตี้ที่ละจันดัมกิมมันจะเนี่ยทัดปาร์ตี้เอ็มโลทานินดูเลสกูลคนลมเทียนที่มันมิลตาร์มาอันตัดสุดท้ายเสกกันลงไอ้ดันเวไม่กันเอาช่วยนี่จูกันให้ดันเวไม่กันเอาช่วยตาเลยมานี่ลำบากเห็นมิลตาร์ลำบากฮันโนเตตาเสกตั้งไปอยู่นะออลบอกฟาร์มเวลาฮันนี่ฮันโนเตตตาส่วนฮันนี่มิดโซนฮันโซนอ่ะมิดตาร์นจังฮะถ้าโซนนั้นมิดสังเกตตัวนี้คนเราฉันบอกเราไปตัวนี้คนเล่นที่สุดก็ช่วยสุด
one thing is for sure, man. OR has
คนเล่นอะไรจนเล่นเดี๋ยวนี้ก็มุ่งกลางหลับพอกูจะ
Actually, one player was there a while ago. So 3-man squad, but considering you're in a good spot inside the circle, it is completely fine.
Positioning is superior to everyone else, so I think that is something that they can capitalize upon and use it to swing the upcoming fights in their favor. But UP50 Esports Sarkar did see the players of Tactical right around them, and Tactical Esports, I think he definitely wants revenge against this team. They can't really do much from the back lines. The moment he steps out in the open, reveals his position. He is getting finished off because he will have to deal with the 1v4 right up front. But Lord from the side of Tactical Esports going for the spray with the M4. They try to secure a few knocks from the other side, but from the squad of L4D managed to get themselves.
Tactical, eyeing him out. Good utility tossed on. No connections found with that just yet. Look at OR just raining down death and destruction in the front. Max, sprays are there, but not able to connect the shots exactly on the point. So that's something that is a bit problematic for the team that is on the receiving end. And now even the wall of death is trying to force them to make it inside the circle. They will need to move out in the open, and OR taking an advantage of that fact. 2 players knocked out. OR, this is a feast for them.
Exactly, the wall of death pushing the teams towards their death as everyone, as they try to make their way inside of the zone, is stepping into the crosshairs of OR Esports, and one after one they are falling down. Look at this, we do see the players from the side of RJTUD as well. They are getting destroyed. One last player left standing. They have a team on the high ground that is dropping nade after nade upon them, and Team Lightning Killer, he's gonna finish this off. One more finish point secured by the team.
TLG fight luôn
you will have that final fight.
Thiam phang ngom chong lo.
Chuan kina motor an nei chuan somi risk te so na vadin phele te.
Ulu kan mai ulu.
Zon rualin mo.
La zon a zon ki tiang zon a zon du or dai han to mai a stel man to mai. Oi sare nei de to. Oi sare zo lu de mai ni yo.
Helai ting kang kan an ding thei bok do na nang lo. E ki ma sen lo.
Really good one too. Look at that damage. Chipped him out so much. Another one sails in that same direction. And maybe could have got him once again, but no, Johnny. These utilities are not exactly finding the proper mark they really wanted to. So Sparky for now from Tactical is going to be alive for at least a while, but he actually steps inside the Molotov, and he burns and gets knocked out. Another knock found from Sirkar. What is this man doing? He's ripping his team apart to pieces. And Tactical, they're getting snuffed out. Like it's a piece of cake.
Yeah, and all from one position.
Mà sẽ hy solo survive phân tổ xuyên đến về thôi à. Anh thọc rạp mà là đi ngày năm là thi kia rồi này mất đồ. Mà thi rồi xuống anh xuống năm tổ để xí đâu à. Đi cho này mất đồ.
Takes down 2 more players right after him. Secures 2 finish points for his team. Imagine they would have been eliminated outside of the top 10 from this game with 4 eliminations to their name. Now they have 7 and they've made it to the top 8.
This is the run van này bern mo.
Our esports jelly on our screens. Look at Max as well. I mean, the entire firing squad of OR so far, they've got really good amount of control of the map. And considering with all the visual information, the vital information that they're getting, it's going to be so crucial in the upcoming phase of the games. And ruling since 80s, Acid is barely alive on a sliver of health, Johnny. One more nade, if that sails into that same direction, Acid might just say bye-bye to the game, but he patches himself in the nick of time. FFC in the front lines, and Magnus way too close. OG Blaze as well, still in the back, and FFC, they're not going to let that single player breach inside this compound. The circle now is way too small, so teams will eventually be forced to take fight against each other.
And the moment you step up and reveal your position inside this window,
that
might not be enough to protect you. FFC Esports, as you talked about them a few moments ago, one of the major challenges, one of the major hurdles for them is surviving the 2 players from the side of Blaze that have actually managed to make it inside their compound. And this is not a position you want yourself to be in, especially as you were talking about the circle as well. Look at this. I mean, there is no team that has a clear advantage in the zone right now. A lot of the teams are just playing from the edge, but OR Max, with that nade, does actually in fact clear out the flank for his team. Well, kind of. He has managed to secure 1 knock. I was the man who was knocked out. He has his teammate right next to him. And Mac might be looking to make sure that those 2 points are not going anywhere.
Lucas!
That was a really big 3-pointer. And now even in the back, just spraying down with the M4. Not really able to find the knockout, but at least he was able to chip him down, so that's going to inflict some pain and also instill some fear in the opponents. TS closing up. Hydro knocked out, crawling up for help. Calling for help to his teammate. Sarkar should be able to get the resurrection, but the main priority for Sarkar for now has to be to make it inside the circle. Look at OR. Stepping up on top of the walls, but the DPS is going to be a little bit too detrimental. It's going to be too harmful for the players of OR, but eventually Jelly peeks out and puts that final nail in the coffin. A really good one. OR, they've shut down the teams in the back. Now OR knows that the back lines are clear. All they need to focus on is the sidelines and the front.
Yeah, and they already have a lot of finish points secured for themselves. 10, if I'm being a little bit more precise, making into the top 4. Right, 11 points secured, and they are in the top 4. So they don't have a lot to worry about right now. Just the fact that they have to clean up the lobby and finish off the teams that remain inside of this game. FFC Esports being one of those names. And FFC, they have 3 players remaining, but their positions are compromised. And OR Esports, their eyes are pretty much focused on their location. They are just focused and looking to finish off FFC Esports first before they deal with the team that is holding the warehouse.
Even his backpack is sticking out of the wall of death. Just like the half of his body. The only things that are in are his hands and his face. Yeah, dude, he's looking to strike. And I think so. He's just waiting for the right moment, Johnny. And as soon as he finds that right moment, he's probably gonna. He has the potential to strike down the entire FFC. Look at that from the window. He's also looking at the player in front. It's in the name of Max, but even Max knows there's someone in there. He's got his crosshair trained. What is going on, FFC? They know Magnus might just peek out right now, but Magnus too. He knows that Max is just waiting for him to pop out. And eventually, the play zone's gonna eat Magnus alive. So for FFC, they can now move out in the open, or they're taking shots onto themselves. Well, but they're also inflicting pain in front. MG3, it's a gun you should not challenge out in the open. As soon as the peak's taken, it's going to melt down the player.
Exactly, and the players of FFC Esports were melted, and now OR Esports, they reset themselves to finish off the team of L4. The 1-1 knock traded out from either side. 2v2 between the two teams, and Max, he's just spraying clip after clip inside of that smoke. He's running out of ammo. He needs to be careful. He runs towards Max to go for a revive. Jelly in the meantime is going to look to take the advantage of the situation with the help of utility in his hand. Lines up the nade if this lands perfectly. Or maybe the game changes.
Cái gì không à? Này bạc hạt này lá do nó này hip boy mỏ tệ mày nhiều. Tắm tặc cho nên này cái này to lâu cái chuyện này chứ. Thế thì mà boy mỏ mình spam chú lâu spam mắc bạc anh in zero tour tắc khi team chat tăng cái này hey zero tour.
Này là gì cái này to lâu tí cái ngã luôn. Zero zero mà ngã
zero tour ông cho nên zero tour mà. Ôi mỏ tụt này thì tú là cái hàng này ua là không biết số lắm anh chơi là ua không biết số lắm tiền chơi là cái này anh bom chắc đủ mấy lâu anh đủ mấy lâu nó cứ có xe anh ua đón lâu giúp push có thể này to lâu anh xin các IQ chú này game sense
là bây giờ cái vấn đề nó cần bạn chết đàn
So in general, considering you're going to be having so much land mass just for yourself, that means you pretty much have the 50% of the game in your hand too. All you need to do is just win the gunfights, and if you're able to win that too, then yeah, the chicken dinner, it's going to be yours. Yeah, it's somewhere down the line in some mid phase of the game, it seemed like OR definitely were struggling, but then it's completely fine when the circle sort of just shifted right on top of Rozhok.
I mean, Rozhok is their home, exactly as you mentioned. The moment the zone shifted on Rozhok, OR, it was guaranteed that they were going to do well in this game. Rozhok is their home. They know every nook and cranny of the city. They know how to play the final end games in the city. And I think because of that, they knew how to prioritize. In fact, which teams and which compounds to prioritize in their clearance route. Because if you try and take a wrong fight at the wrong time, that means someone else might just third party you, or you're going to run into a situation that's not going to work, not really going to work out for you. And that was something that OR needed to avoid, considering we all saw them lose their first play within the first few moments of the game. So they played the entirety of the match with a man disadvantage and still made it work out for them. One more team again, a huge shout out to KSR. I mean, totally phenomenal.
That's definitely for sure, man. KSR, as I said, this game was a super day for his team, Johnny.
One lane lock
clutched out that situation when his team needed the most. He was the actual last man standing too. And then I think so in the end,
rotation
but you know what? Inside the highlights, we'll be able to see that even better.
Next game,
I really do want to see that clutch once again. So we should be able to see that. This early game stalemate, as I said, I'm never a fan of this early game stalemate. Which teams I'm going to see, it is always detrimental for you and your progression overall inside that game.
And here we have the moment we all want to rewitness Necro, the 1v4 that KSR was able to pull off, and in quite a brilliant manner, he was able to isolate the fights as well. He was able to make sure that he was never running into a situation where he was outnumbered around the corner. And of course, that last player from the side from the opposing side, just running in, not really aware of what was going to happen to him, not realizing that yes, the other player had enough time to put the first aid on, be back there with enough HP to challenge him. Quite unfortunate, but still made for a brilliant highlight.
I mean, with how the actual final game unfolded too, right? Especially when the circle, it sort of shifted on top of Rosehawk. There were so many teams out in the open looking to creep and crawl up on the warehouse that's already or all the way on the top. And one of those teams was actually tactical as well. But then overall, a lot of teams just came over trying to do the same thing with the same strategy.
Hey,
As I said, it was an absolute feast for OR. This team was racking up so many elimination points doing so because when you're having that solid cover and also a lot of visual contact on the enemy players, no one's going to be stopping you from getting all those elimination points racked up, and that's where OR got the most amount of land area control, and they also got that chicken dinner pretty much secured. Jelly, as usual, doing pretty great job, and then only Glitch Magnus this moment. He was just waiting for that one player from FFC to look on the opposite direction, but he never did.
And I think it was a little bit of a POV misjudgment as well, because from his perspective,
Ai, đây là chuyện gì không? À, tổ bèm lên. Đây là tổ bèm. Ra là con. Nó global homo. Global team nghe nhân dụ. Alpha 7 homo. Few days ago.
दो को 50
Highlight fan ini su. Monta sedang. Highlight. Few weeks ago. then
Fazer HE.
Pega, tem visão desse cara, eu acho.
Faz smoke, faz smoke. Não tem mais, faz o 6. Tô sem também. Tô fazendo HI pra esses caras dar uma recuada.
Tem um aqui, ó, por aqui. Tô nocado, eu acho.
Boa, boa, boa. Fazendo HI aí. Tem. Tem aqui também. Tome. Tô safe.
abahanไม่มามีส่วนป่ะครับอารมณ์ reflex
Caiu onde eu marquei.
Hã?
Dois, cara.
Jeep. Onde? Você viu?
Aham.
Ele tá aqui, ó. Ele tá na construção, não tá em cima.
Tá
em cima
comigo,
não.
tá comigo.
Não tá do seu prédio, em cima
Tá
não.
no meu prédio.
Bateu outro bug. Bateu outro bug.
اللي لوك انت هو
Não tá do seu prédio, em cima
Tá
não.
no meu prédio.
Bateu outro bug.
zero release atu pa amagi clube me lo e cover nei bang ha
Boa no cor. Tem que descer aí, velho. Achei.
Puxando. Bora. Tomei. Daqui close.
Na cidade também. Boa, boa.
do by hand north from me
Boa. Direito.
Tomei. Mas fez 2 tiros.
Crava no suporte.
nei om to on mo
Calma.
Boa, só o suporte.
Isso aqui.
Foi pra lá, velho.
aha
No gol.
Fica pra aí. Duvida aqui, ó.
aha
Boa. Tá em fez, boa.
Boa,
Bora. Pode.
Mede muito longe. Boa.
Último aqui.
Tem sub. Vai no passeio. Fica no Fios.
Último então,
20
ó.
metros. Eu queria jogar aqui, velho. Tem que matar ele.
O cara tá jogando, você vai ter que limpar ele, Fios.
Vai nele, velho. Aqui, ó.
Fez motor.
Tomou gás eles.
Tomou gás um pouquinho.
Coloquei outro, só mais um.
nei lo oh oh yes
Lại sao anh mày à? Tao
tay caro ring don này à
Anh cần tôi làm. Ini benda dah aku punya macam mie dah wah katanya.
E um. Aqui, eu deitei.
ah cho ý không ăn về rồi sáng vào cái chỗ
Tôi không懂你。
nên làวันsao rồi cáiวันcho ý không mà thì vậy đâu
Tu tá como?
đi chơi rồi
Dia memang sudah wah.
non đi kinh
Aku lu tu, nuar cawan tu ni.
Foi esse cara que me nocou,
Tu tangi sim anh vàng đây ni. Tu kalau dah si siam sila tu pi tam. Ada wah siam. Ada tu omong ni na.
Vai ter que passar a ponte.
Ngày này Brazilian pak anh jog ila untuk ha.
đúng rồi
Ngày ka.
cái hi lòm Brazil hậu lòm
Ni mo.
montas
Montas ni full gameplay mi hi.
montas này hi
Full gameplay dah te episode te. Real home mi ka.
tụi nó mi hi
Ah ka tu.
cái hậu chuyện pa hi lại đập mi thấu cái thiểm tụ
Number 2 ki om vu ngang hi. Ketika main kan ceng về lòng mình chơi cái po. Bây giờ tụi nó mình bắt ăn cắp bị lòng thì khăn sẽ lòng nghe mình cái. mà tụi nó mình tiền liền đi invite thìต้องvề rồi mình tỷ cái mà
ngay em
còn dân được tụi nó mới mò có được không tệ này nè DBS itu advance zoom man thôi trong shotgun thì cái gì enable vec sẽ là cái gì disable vec sẽ anh làm cho khang rồi reaction mang thôi rồi mà shotgun khá disable này sẽ
बॉलीवुड मूवी नहीं लगती कहा ना जेम नहीं भैया पूल
để là mà cho mò tụi này rất có thì mò chụp cuối tụi này đâu cho mò mà tôi đi tầm thâu cái chỗ trà thác bắc ngay cái gì đâu xem mà chụp cuối tụi này cho buồn thao về anh mấy lại bốc chỉ khơi giống con military là mà bật xe là har lúc chịu tục giống nào ra cái mà đi trong có thâu đó Georgia City thì về suy xem military là mà bội nó háo tặc được sao này cái bị to bắc rồi là
Ok. Jeep na minha esquerda.
sao để tuấn này
back to back card
back to back cho này hi
Pega aí. O Jeep perdeu 3 já, pelo menos. Tô indo. Bora. Vocês têm cara não. Tem loot aqui.
Tem loot.
Need ammo.
Carro lá em cima.
Chega vai matar. Vou deixar se passar aqui pra não matar.
Fui na direita.
Mano, acho que eu vou chegar bem jogando mesmo, velho. Chega jogando. Pela...
căn bản của các trận mua lại hay tại đi trang về mình
Passando aqui. Passando na casa aqui. Comigo, tem comigo. Dois caras comigo. Calma,
Peguei, peguei. Tô rilando.
No que, Fios?
các sáng này ta đi các nó về cái số khác đi về là chúng nó cái lấy mang sẽ đeo chúng mày cái này cho xin nào nên xin nào
Tô na minha esquerda aqui, Fios.
Watch out.
right
Na minha esquerda, Fios.
Tá na smoke?
Nesse dado.
Sim. Fisguei. Sai daí. Tem 4 H ainda. Tá de boa.
Tem cara aqui.
Sabe tudo na negativo, tá ligado? Tomei de puxinho aqui. Passa aí, velho.
Não tem mais
Tinha
bug,
dois
não.
aqui, ó. Tinha dois aqui, ó. Pinguei. Na negativa.
Tinha um na sim. Pode ter tomado. O cara tirando lá, ó.
Não tá tão longe não. Negativo tomando mochila.
các cũng để chân về thì đang đi để chân về
Watch out.
đang đi để mới sống đi lên tôi đi mình đang đi để mới sống đi phong mình mới sống đi
Watch out.
cái này hello
Watch out.
ra tụi anh kể luôn
tôi mình đi người mà đi thuê tháp tiền thì
Thank you.
Cuidar a costa aqui, mano.
sẽ start so
Watch out.
ya motor chuông thì cái tin drive thì đi dồn câu nó cái gì thì thôi lu nát xuống thì không thể được nữa
con máy đã
Katana, что лучше aqui?
FPS lampang ito group lampang sana nga ng version. Sige talaga na joke.
Din.
Group sana nga ng version.
Masyalaw. May even low ta. Ang kayon bezon shi ano ron tile lo ka. Sai to share lá mesmo.
Etas né.
Fechou, hein?
Agora tem que cuidar aí, os caras não vão rushar aqui não. Vou sair daqui e vou cuidar com vocês.
Atrás da pedra lá.
Thuộc tổ, bên ông. Đó, thuộc bò.
Dropa, só tem mais um.
Đây là xe, bên chúng ta được chứ.
Los Leones all the way towards Oasis. So the plain flat path is quite good for the players and the teams.
Điểm to như nên về là làm cái chàng này không
flight path.
Giờ thì là
Dissect the map in two equal halves, I must say.
But still, cần cái gì cần rút phút là mình.
Yeah.
Underneath Los Leones for the players and the teams. For the players and the teams.
It certainly is a very straightforward flight path. Dissect the map in two equal halves, I must say. But still, right, we know how big of a map Miramar can actually be a difficult job. And initially, we've seen the map of Miramar being a little passive, right? The amount of engagements, the amount of hustle that a lot of teams had to do for vehicles on the maps of, let's say, Wrangler or Sandhawk. For on the map of Miramar, it's a little different. Teams do get those vehicles. Teams tend to go towards the desired drop locations and do stay there for a lot of time. At least that was the case with Group 9, Group 10 though. I have high expectations. And to be honest, there is a point in me which also wants the exact same things which you wanted. So that is initial fights.
Initial fights, that is something that really does add on a lot of colors in the initial phase of the game. A city finish as well. I've seen the urban finishes. I've seen all types of circles so far. But now I want to see an Oasis finish. That is something that you see so rarely. It's like a rare moment, but I guess it's not going to come to the circle shift down south. The standard circle, not going to throw teams off guard at all. They should be still in their comfort zone.
You've got to really make better offerings to the BGMI coordinator if you want to make better your wishes have to be granted, just like Team VLT's wishes actually got granted in Group 9's game of Sandhawk. So far, we've got some sort of build-up here. Team RIP try to hide and
Chỉ tên là cover mine fight đó lo sẽ là
ambush. That is a question. Might even call for reinforcement.
It's a matter of time.
Got to land if he wants to get that advantage in that fight.
Bị vắt tụt trên trên đầu tắc mine mò.
Cái trên đầu tỏi form vắt tỏi khiến vãi trong cái tỏi.
And the clothes that Max is wearing too, they're quite revealing. I'm not a big fan of these clothes. Pink color is going to pop out on the map. Yes, it's better for Max to get rid of these clothes as quick as possible. But now finally Claire spotted out in the open inside the house and gotten taken care of as well. Nicely done. Max able to reposition without even knowing or without even letting his opponent know where he exactly was. And I really like the reunion from OR too. Once again, this is a really bad start for them.
Absolutely right. The fact that OR was the ones who took the first steps in that fight, the ones who made the first calls, and the ones who reacted quickly to the situation, just makes sense. As a matter of fact, RIP Mizo takes this for a lot of for a matter of fact, he could have just disengaged early. He had the exit path as well for himself, but no, he stalled that fight.
Motor zong sila jem. Motor zong sila. Mitla lo na ta sila.
He could not cope up with that overwhelming pressure from every single direction.
Kaya na notice lobby te na ang khel tu mong nan khel. Tu in ka share ma chu mai ta chu mo. Mi zo tournament te le helaya an khel dan pa nga khel ran khan tu ma.
No rules.
Tu ai so lin. Patiang lo khan khel ta zok se. Motor zong se mitla lo na compound le po vocal mai tur zon po chang lo ma se ka ti kai zo ngai ma ngai dan me ya cho ne e ni dan khalai ka.
But For
cái
this
mà ngày
team,
đàn là
considering
chơi
they
mò
have got a
nhà làm
decent
form har
amount
khá chút tu sản
of
này
city
ta
control for themselves inside
thì khá
Oakland,
tiếng
if
drop
I'm
clash
not
cái
wrong.
này tổ đâu rồi chuan
There
in
is another
thì
team
mà
that is in the
anh
close
form
line
mà
as well,
khan
so they
in
are not
chết
gonna
lạc mà
be
sắc
in
khi
the
áp
safe
phụ
suit
cái
just
rookie
yet.
ta
So
cái
you
mà
cannot
ngao thế
loot
bộ đầu tệ kinh
blindly.
về
You
này
need
rồi
to
thế đầu
be
ta anh mà
safe
đi tiếng
or
hay nên
aware about
hospital
your
là hiện tạc
surroundings.
quy này
Long
giết
Beach,
thì na
one of those teams
one
that
view one
had
vắt rồi
quite
cái
a
tụi thì na đủ lâu à
decent previous game
anh on cùng nuôi
that
anh
finished on the
anh on
second
cùng nuôi anh
spot
fight
of
lệ
match
thấu
points,
thấu mà anh
actually.
call anh
So for them,
biết các
they
bằng
just
call
need
tổ
a
thiên xia
consistent finish in
cái ta
Miramar,
chiếc khai
and that's
cái
gonna
mà
secure
đủ
them
đủ
the
ta
spot
cho gì
inside
khai
top
nên
8.
cái game mà này về sen này helmet này à nó rồi pop sẽ là anh này đâu cho này đâu này mày cũng là khai nên ông sẽ này chung là win thì anh on TV2 anh on TV1 anh chúng ta thu mình anh on để tổ này khai ông sẽ này chung là thì thấu thấu sẽ thế mà ai cho nên risk khai là ngâm sẽ là 1v1 lại khai thì
chú lâu lệ motor này là wa ta về nó thì anh shit thấu chuan thế cho nên cái này thằng
Early on in the game, I feel like only glitch. They're
chụp
making the case a
thì
little
anh
tougher,
riêng liền
especially
bạc
for
nó
the fact
ta
that
đi
they're not really going for the proper loot, the proper
thì speed nó chở được
It's
tiền
not
phải cao
really
cho
the
nên shit
greatest of
tiền tổ
ideas
xa
to
cho nên
capture the hilltops right from the get-go itself. Maybe wait for the mid-game phase, maybe wait where the circle is going to shift.
Experience anh này chắc gì bị ta kinh tụ na team tụ na team thà cái rồi bộ OR anh nhé lắc chừng bẹt cái OR anh nhé tụi anh inform chắc em phát đâu tụi này chung coi anh lui hàng đó
sao cho nên anh chả biết là mấy đâu mà chúng mình đi anh rồi
just hope for the luck, as we were talking about in the pregame
Mani ngay
segment.
dan.
And if even as
Ani kan
the
soy ni.
it's not going to work out in
Expert
your
tu kan
favor,
ni
then
keling ti chung lawa ma
I
ro.
don't even know what's going to happen.
Expert tu
then.
kan ni mi
But
lawa.
as I said, so far the circle
Ti
hasn't
20
been
so
large
say
by
oh
any
thang em mo kan lo ti na so kan ni.
Du sak na do
it's
next impossible to predict the circle and where it's actually going to end up as well.
Lost kan soy le thina kir pahat kan ru lo kan man zan
The circle has
reverse
served
le
a lot of
jacoba
teams, not just for
miramar
the players, for the teams,
men
but also
mix
for a lot of fans. I'm
an
speaking of
an pan
8-bit
hen
specifically
dia di
and
di
that
nar
weird
khai
circle that we got to see
an
on the map of
an experience
Sandrock.
va
Like,
ka tilau thei lo bon
back-to-back
tho
hardships is a very rare
men
phenomenon.
por lo su om lu tuk tho
The
na
fact
chung
that we got to see it and the fact that it
experience
changed
player
so drastically because of the presence of that river body was also really, really important. Now, on the map of Miramar, you don't get to see those water bodies, right? It's a complete desert. It is a barren land.
Compound all hi Los Leones ola tumasera ol boka monte ola
but the terrain also
chuanin
at some point
Crystal Valley
a lot of them explode on this map due to the terrain, right? When they make their rotations, all those vehicles, they do tend to tumble down, and that is when you sort of open the gate, open the floodgates for a lot of teams to try and cut you down. That is something which will have to be wary about.
Chuan chanin
GLT,
khop mai tu nan player pakatan chan ro ta ma ro pathum lo ma
rules te pok hi all
but I believe when the time is right, they won't be afraid to pull the trigger.
Hianin aron tla aron kal boka na
should not be.
Ikhanin voi khat khena te ni le ma
If you do take a look at the map, they're so spread out.
voi
Look
khat
at
khena
Jillian
means
and Vito. Way too far
ti
away
wan lo
from
bi
each
chun
other.
lo
Then
ma
you've
chon
got
ve fo to
Macco
thawa
and
ma ro chu
Max right next to each other.
team
And even Rip Mizo is still in the close lines for them. FFC, they're spotting out a team making a critical rotation. Quite a crucial one too. They try to take a couple of shots, but filter
FYD screams tele
some problematic stuff right there. Initiative Esports is actually one of those as well. And Initiative Esports, considering this is their second time rotating late inside the circle, hopefully this time it's going to work out for them.
ai nang don lo shim ba bo ru ka a bo ru ka shim kha official ni na le the grind invitation na ang shim kha ni bo ru chu don nge ya kha khalai te kha a bo ru na ken tel game hi akhar sa do shim ma ta ko hen le an voi khat khen te ni do na player physics hale ji boss tan pe chu ni an voi khat khen lan do na dal chu nu po Levi na te chu nan BTS ko tar pa an lo thing ve to an lo khen ve fo to lo bi cha
ana sa hero lu khale lo
so nen OG hi mun cha om to bong ja share tu na nen OG an ni experience team an ni to mizo wa chun experience berber ten ni RIP tu na FS IPO experience player an tamzo ka na flicker le Nirvana ni do maya experience player an nei FS ta bo hian tu wang chun OG ho game ta da sang khop bai OG ho du tu ma chun OG ho ngai dan soi ber na la
tu na chun the grind ai chuan a bai sei ba ki lo chat ka ringa tu na hian in
takes another
Mating
shift
ni
north
an vare
and
ve India.
as we do see teams
Tu ma
instantly
po an live
flow, tu ma po live flow. Full concentration live.
Kami rong comeback live tapi ka en chak kop mai.
a lot of teams now, it seems like massive splash of colors right in the smack center of the
Tuna
circle.
hianin OG lampang po ang serious tun game khel tu ren anin bot se na sa ti ka ashia thaya so OG lampang pon game ron hunom view tu ranga ya
That's for sure.
Aron check
is one of those teams.
Bây giờ solo chuan ara pi mi jau te FS iPhone te bula chuan anom that karing jok mama
ani le saring goi kan zot senga neutral de min chang ga base here tuna he reduce here in khel ve tai la the guy ni
Spot shots exchanged and reinforcements came in. And as soon as reinforcements came in, Galactic Esports made the right call, disengaged and fall back elsewhere. It's an absolute warfare. This team GG with nades of course, retaliation comes in and Admiro gets blown off at the rooftop. Not the position where you want to be in, and the resurrection is also going to be very, very difficult. They've spread themselves out in protection, and they have covered all different directions. I love this from
Maro tu rangwa kan pel tang thei ni ring na ring ve thau rangwa chin pal tang mai ka ring a chan chu tu na te pau hian hian ani la or bak hi ti team set ka nei mu mal lo ke play join ka en tam lo ne to hoi jaw lu tu lo wa
not going to dish out a lot of damage
to ara ti mi jau ka se ni me ki initiative esport ti ve te pe chu hoi ram kan ni hoi stage kan ni po ka se lo ni le na ma chu ka se lu tu lo tu or te join lar ve ma ka se tun khani mai ta or bak te ki chu lobby har dinan bo sa to pon an tu na mi group stage division pal tang mai ka rin line or be kana ka chin le box la kan na po
tun game an tho chuan in chan su awang
ko game ni so tu poi lu tu ma chim sang ngai dong ka se lo mo
match chung nge ka shalo he dai chu
para kan bo sa te po an group final dai tu an group ma tu dai tu an pal tang ka be se pui tu kan ya ti ra ka chuan an team list ki kan en chuan ma ro chu hi en kim be se le rong je de gina sem te bi lo ta game de lo ko lo ma ro tu na po hian in team squad po ni ma se comeback the thoni le la ma chuan in an nam na ni rotation a fuwa anh lo chuan mo chen se le top top chuang lo tu na po hian ma ro chu force ko de dam na na chu tu sa te mai khan
the rest of the team, of course, doing justice to what Max just did. This is phenomenal. Point where we felt, especially after that first knock got confirmed, I felt like that there was a point that OR is going to get eliminated. I believe that you had the same feeling as well. But talk about flipping tables, talk about turning the tides in OR. They are the emperors of it so far, Galactic Esports. They've spotted Team NRX right in front of them.
That's funny.
It's all about making the decision whether they push forward or no.
That OR conversation that we're having, that one player who was holding the flank managing to take both those players out. That was
FSC
if you would have been taken down right there,
FSC tun game again the grind again round 1 here
tu ka sen khanin ara ti te po hospital na te po round on chon pal tlang mai ka ringa
zon hat sit mai siki
an lu thei to lo mai anga
lu kan fight
ni te po might just be one of those lucky teams grand final here te po tang thei tu ka dan chan chu in che sa le lo ta hi tu nai form ve e lo ta le che sa kap thei pa ngai
Exactly, the southern
shore
does have some compounds to work with. Unfortunately, you don't want to call out teams lucky at this point because we've seen the circuit dancing around the map itself. So this might not be the last hardship that we get to witness. Elsewhere, Zyro Extreme Esports, they've spotted FFC in the backdrop and now they are showering those lead.
Official tournament I
hear hopefully dishing out a lot of damage, but at least deterring and making them unsettling is what I would like to call it. Still can't what Max
san chu config jeko bate fracture char kha arong carry vet mai ni pasami bj sa to tin kan ya tu ban sanin bista khel chat lo hi kar na dona ara fs zo big tan hen bista khel chat lo aring hat review wa tonen tuta so me kilo tu te sarale lota poi modon limited anzam
apoy mo
anzam taring mm big lawan kiama
lama tuna dinan mi zo lo
their power being reduced down to a 3-man squad. They're against Team Lightning, a team that has had a disconnect in the past, but the mate's not going to find the exact sweet spot just yet. Ash, he's softened up way too low. He needs to patch himself up, but unfortunately for him, he does not have any first takes left over. Nate tossed into the upper floor once again. No knockouts found. Ash is so desperate to find that one single opening that can give him an opportunity to wipe out the enemy team. But that's not happening at all. Team Lightning is playing so passively and so safely.
I love that little
Maro chuka kon game ma le game ma in kun san ve boka kam chum khani solo tank kills lai me te boka nei ni kam chum boka ni zurang won big ani ta hem ti ngarang won khelna he solo tank kills ka nei ni kam chuma ka khona sa je chu POV ko a shet ka kai to na sa view boka to len chet be tur chu mi dang team ko hi an zam be ni shet to ne vai ho ko hi nu na team chen khat dora thela te ka soilo or te ka soilo wa soul te soilo wa maro
damage whatsoever. Easy cleanup.
Ni su confidence and boost sa to wa an confident all to
from Team FFC Esports.
lobby hi ngai an nei be
jeng lobby chu ngai an nei rang hi bakin khel lawan ni zone tiang se kan nei ya entina mizo team pakhat example kan pe me nga mizo team pakhat grand final mid max to khel don ta se mid max voi kha mala khelo tan chunin azam om du don khatiang boruk kha kan zuk nei chen ni mizo team pakhat entina na no pang chen ho in rol in form com in grand final lane tournament an khela khatianga ang dau khan ka feel ani kina pon mo khatiang se kan dola maro chu se to kan experience nei tha visit ten oma fs lampang tak ki chu tak chone rip mi zo tu rak khel me ki chu be sei chu kan nei sa pak lo zep thom lo
final level chu ka be sei lo mo maro chu
rangwan tal pal tlang thi tur chonin be sei na chu ka lo nei ve maro chu tunan an game khel dang hi chonin rangwan hi an chang ti chu hlom khom ba ya tu ra hen pathu man la dama zone an fa
change their fortunes. And the nade explodes and Mikey goes down, bites the dust necro.
Next zone hin lu thegen ti po hen to an lu tu ra henin an lo om khal to phe chonin khatam ani me mera mar phe ju game me pharania me phara ta maina khel khu chonin khel khu chonin chatta ba khel thenia mera mar biki
they wipe out the entirety of the
other zone aron chang
they retain every single player for themselves and now they are
pigi om ba thaya ka ni me ban pot ko ti kamo
kha tak khan ni china erengala kan soi kha erengala mit tha zo la gen ki zo ran chang ani dura ki zonin full squad patient churan tan chan sa thelo duk tani erengal big ka an thona chan pakha chu one den la ka poila dukna ta pita tlang pu khala se an tan zonin theta athing lan pang fight lu kha har sto lo
pita tu tang mai ni lo kami rezo kai fa da school pola zone
so far it's just really difficult to call out
school pola zone
theta ani api ari ko sen ta te po khala ko
annotation na fu lo ko me fa
lu mahal tu ka
They have got this
OG no soi to jing an OG basic an nei sa rangwan te chu ijit kanon chang thai kan base ya in fs po maro chu kan se tong kan rip mi zo chu temin experience player an na om lo wa 11 nahi experience player in maya divide ta experience la an nei lo wa
utilities on the opposite side of the road hoping that at least they're going to find that connection
Zibo sana na ilaw top, Reggie sana na ilaw top. Lal chuno na ilaw top pan niya. Maro chulo bihara chun khelfo mai the maro chu ti ang official tournament ya bai thakela ni bangin.
But none of those is actually able to find
mani potential, an mani theina. Kan mang chok thein kering lo.
Big guys kan ku gai lu be ta me lo ni mo.
For Team NRX that gas station is really important. Because if they fall out of this position,
BGS not going to
Spartans for them in
BGS khel turin lom booking ba join
nia ka sila wo join chan tu BGS khel tu khan ta
ahwa RP dai na pa in to turin
the bus is being shattered across. Hydro barely surviving by a sliver of HP as Fearless OP has been knocked out, and from the back line he's actually being taken down by Team NRX. Hydro of course has so many teams of
next zone he an chan lo chuan in sai thei chu ai pon tha zone to tu ai tha zone to
anam na ha actual tu
beyond what's right in front of them. They are going to look towards the periphery on how many teams are right across in the vicinity. You've got Team ZX
But manas malok.
having a little bit of that high ground advantage. Smoke it up so that they don't really have that lines of sight. Get your players back up and running and maybe go for a different rotation, go for a different map right now. They're completely stranded and the circle
come on. Easy to that rồi. Sao go? Anh ta về phía à?
Cái làm bằng như thế là đang trong end vector ta.
Cái làm bằng aber hat sie von dir so eine ngày nào đó lâu phim phim. Alo tụi cháu có tăng trả. Come on.
So many teams that are just right next to each other.
Ala yung piso compound Philippon na nual thayang ka rin rotation di mo alo.
Malo tu na so ang chang tama lo tu heta at sak lam pa hau kanin. Ano slam ka aslen ni lovin an chau na hanan mugak thei mai thei. High ground chepte ri chan chan han lak khat bat tu mo. Player pakhatina motal to ni han omlok su fu mai thei. To ni nung la matang rong kal turang aware hustang han pakata mo in gate keep pe lo veng sela pakhat advance na da ma thei chuan thaviawang atan chu im bidang ho ina tlanga ho khan ina ron khal chuan pakhat advance in da za sen elawa motor nen tonin nung la matanga left ho kron kal tur kha an mu thei do na tonin chu chan salo tu hen hello clear se lang
that they've got complete command over the circle. They have the entirety of map control and zone control, if I must say. And now it's just about time when they start racking up those
tactical lampang ho hi anon rotate chau chan to tu na zone top na lai tu hi kan shethiam mo kan shethiam tlang tura ngai ra arsal lutuk lo tura ngai ra zone na warehouse an la changa zo ma
zo kon mi zo ki lo chen to
e khai
APS is going to shower
I'm
him
not
with a lot
potato
of bullets, but still manages to survive with AKM. Just does so much damage. This is time for Team FFCE to make that 100 meters run inside that circle itself. Possibly hold a little bit of an edge at the southern end of the circle itself.
RP mizo lam pahin tu hen game
very far outside the circle.
Thum la damin tu na hianin
it's very difficult for OWA to find good positioning, at least for this point. They need to rip apart possibly invade their compound and make a move at this point.
hianin check te la hol tur de polo oma warehouse an la changa
open. And it's also empty and contested by any of the players.
So iso hi alo dik lo ni alo pekado pi warehouse kan mo ko te lo ni lo ma lo in speed fakat dai avance su chi vak lo mo zo mai thei
They're barely on the edge of the circle.
ma lo him zo ai chen zo an chang on lo an fight le ti la nim to je ki so nei to or hian
So that is to be avoided.
Wait
for the circle shift and hope for the best. That's what every single team's doing. UP50 in the left flanks, and as the circle shifts up, it's actually quite close to the players and even UP50. So it's going to give them an advantage. Leave that warehouse. That's solid cover they had. So this is where they will be tested. Decisions of will be tested right here. And OR, they start taking some pieces of players from UP50.
point in chop thei
time and time
kan om
again,
si lo wan ya dan ni ngar ti kan ti ka se yam kan o ara no stema ani ka pa patin ta ha o ara confidence ti mo game fight sim di ka ni su ti one teams danglam nan ni ta ni underdog team ne tu nan khel ta underdog team ne ti one team danglam na tu ni ta ni opine don nei opi kan buwa patin no opine ka RIP tan chan chat na che chu dura hianin RIP hianin tunan zone nu na tur hen OR hi pakhat che na spoil viau te dilo om ta che pakhat chu de chu nu zo te tu vel ga chu nu ai chan do na va hau ve
any fight whatsoever. They were way off from the circle, especially after the hard trip, but they have made their way in. They're almost at the edge. Now all that they've got to contest against is Team FFC and find that spot, find that little bit of pocket inside that circle itself. But everyone is being very cautious to not be out in the open. Jelly, of course, is going to find one stranded knocked up player is going to control that very point for himself. Teams have been really good, but for Team FFC, I don't know how things are tumbling down, Necro. We are just being completely caught out in the open by multiple teams at once.
tu khel sak nge kan chelo wa atu por ni se la ka chu poina om song lo wa
On the edge of the circle, as I said,
Levi
they will
nange
need to be there for
divide
Karsar.
tange kan
He
chelo
cannot
ha
even
chu
move out in the
ko
open. If he does, he's going to get gunned down by so many of the teams that are looking at that fair house. Especially, I'm talking about Jelly. Jelly knows that there is someone over there. That's why he's got his eyes just locked on that fair house. And he's just waiting for Karsar to step out of that fair house. As he does, Jelly will be looking to mow him down, and that's what he does. Karsar taken out of the game, but a really good moment being showcased from him once again.
Zibo sa chep dam to Zibo sa ron late OP thi do na lo clear.
Nice shots taken, good spray with the red dot, manages to find one. Rip Miza, one of the players knocked out.
Zo there do na patuna chun ni ve do na point
looking to close the distance, and the entire team is now in general
chen ni nok
distance.
tikhan patuna non ni ile zang non ni an chen man lo tat mai do na OR hi last man ne patuna non ni GG
yeah he needs to get resurrected, but a Herculean task is in front. Team OR Esports is Jelly.
OR lampang hi Jelly hello ma Jelly hi 2 kills ron nei to wa
1v4
sonen so lampang ha sonen ZX how here
he's got the prime positioning as well. Such a good race to play on with. As long as he's available, as long as he knows where the separated player is, that's good. And he knows where the player was. Now he knows all three players are in the fight. Nicely done. Pops out, takes another player down. Now it's actually a 2-on-1 on 2 scenario. But definitely for sure the opponent team will try to get the fallen player. Now driving the buggy out in the open as well. Zoro pulls up a little close. Zoro managing to secure that bridge. A little bit of upper advantage, but Jelly, he needs to clutch the situation out all on his heroics.
I'll don him.
Still 2 Molotovs to work with, and this man has got the entirety of the circle to work around, but pretty much Jelly is barely surviving by a
last best until
first kit is going to be applied Neko. This is it. This is already
nice
right now. Shots being fired, another player being knocked, but the vehicle comes close. What can he possibly pull off, Necro? Now he's almost about to run.
Down there, don't me down away. That's one in. ZX tampang ton chicken dinner ra.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, a winner chicken dinner for Zyro Extreme Esports. Oh my god, the circle did play a part in the final third of the game. The constant shifts between OR and ZX, it just made things so much complicated. It was so hard to decipher. Actually had map control, which team actually had zone control, and which team was out in the open. A lot of heroics. I feel like Jelly did everything that he could.
15 team kills
everything in his arsenal, everything in his bag. Knocked out multiple players of Zyro Extreme, but a 1v4 in the final circle. I mean, had he pulled that off,
Saturday I hear OG to star moment of the whole tournament. But you know, we expect a 1v4 is always going to go one direction. Kan nei yang da sang
pulled out or like next to quite rare. It's really tough to pull that off.
On kill chama se
I like the way
on kill chapo ni se
OG here ni peeks back again and then gets the second player down. So in general, I like the thinking. I like what Jelly tried to do, but unfortunately the execution wasn't perfect enough. And you to be perfect.
Exactly, but of course, a lot of action, ladies and gentlemen, happening throughout the mid-game and the end-game segment. All of those things, we are going to witness it in the highlights, relive that action once again as we break it out. But you know what? There was one fight which I felt was really important. Team TLG, that fight, I believe when it comes in front of our screens, I would love to have a look at it because it drew out for a pretty long time.
At the start of the game, they started just taking out players left and right. It just seemed like they pretty much knew after that first victory, they have secured their spot inside top 8. So ORs, they just try to go all guns blazing. And now one thing is for sure, we can say it confidently enough that OR is going to be qualifying inside this group in the top 8 with a comfortable spot in general. Even only glitch, you gotta give it to this team, man. Even in the previous game, inside this game, not that good of a finish, but still, they gave it all they had.
RIP mi zo an khel ta RIP ka FPS ka invitation lo ni tibe tho bang kan ni FPS mi an khel ma khel to ka tiam
anh zo nin sin po kan khel tho chu
khel thei tho mi thei
the contenders
anh zo nin sin stop ai da pon kan lut ve re ng zo ni
most amount of points from the 3 games that we have played in week 1 and week 2 so far, but you know, certain fights just made things so
Sinka BJS quarter finalist ni ve da BJS quarter finalist ang da chonin tiang lobby da ga da
as well as UP50 for a matter of fact, 3 teams sandwiched in one location, and this name from KSR was so manifold that he managed to find 3 or 2 odd finishes from just one single location. This once again added to that what he pulled off from the Wrangle. I feel like KSR, this man is a cluster.
Indeed he is, man, without a doubt. And then in the end, too, Zyro Extreme, too. You got to give it to this team as well, man. Being able to survive for this long, also able to take out the teams in the front so nicely enough. In the end, against Jelly as well, they were able to stand their ground. Yeah, they did have an advantage somewhere down the line. It did seem like things started sort of slipping away from their hands. But once again, they managed to get things under control, and that's what was expected. So, even for Zyro Extreme, now another team that I'm really waiting to pop out on this screen is going to be NRX. I'm just waiting for this team to pop out.
Exactly, good positioning, good play as well as good map awareness. And held that spot in spite of being sandwiched in such a location. Of course, they not really survive amidst the wrath of UP50 and FFC. You can't do anything if you are bound into bread buns, because at that point you're just taking a lead from completely out in the open as well.
FS te lo join te ra chu
on top. It all didn't
team dang tho mo khel ve nge tu X7 na mo relax mo team 7 na mo shem
and FFC for a matter of fact, these are the 2 teams that I'm really looking out for in the final game.
Sum sian na Indiana, Kerala pon le sum sian na en pon sum sian na te pon Indiana sing khat vel te pon le la po on ti se ka le ngamang kan le ngamang sing khat pon mo jem ka tu
once again the action did not start out that aggressive, but at least we saw a few initial
ma tu ka e ma ni pon kan lo se big to si da le vina te khan so ne the re om si kan lo ti lu da tho mo BJS ko ta final sa lo ni nang khanin sing big ka mi big ka
always the zones.
Yeah, 100%. Even in this game, for a matter of fact, the amount of twists and turns we got to see in the final third, right? Circles 6, 7, and 8 were probably the most dicey, because I remember saying time and time again that it was probably Zyro Extreme's game, and then suddenly it kind of shifts towards OR, and then all of a sudden, all of the players from Zyro Extreme are completely out in the open. So you never really know. And for the first time, we probably have seen such hardships on
thọ na impact top tier aya chon ne adik thawa a thọ na impact tier top te chu om don tu kani chu ba ro chu mizo ti ma te po an tian de mi te tlom te in sing khat ve lek pan mo ponon di se hei shem a chu lai the tu ton thaw ni chu mo tu na chon in BJS tu na hen the grind stop shim mi an zuar an tama sing li te na oma sing li MMA the grind stop le chu
a lot of teams are desperate to make a move.
Poisa po lo nei po le lo ni tai la ngam om lo ve ni chu shem sing li RM khat te kha chon in
competition, and so far based on my thoughts, they haven't really
zuar na sa stop chi pai hoi na sum chen na na no mang thei ni da chan ni me ma ro chu mi zo team ke in lo nei tai la stop tek thei na tur thil lo nei tai la
just the zone. So hopefully in the upcoming game,
chum se ran so ka mang tho nga ma ro chu khat ye sing li mm le ta pon mo
but you know what, let's take a look at the MVP of the previous game, because
sum sian nan thar lo pon
in front of the viewers soon enough, and
lo nei ta tai la pe du hen na ring lu chu ka pu ke chon ti mai la kai chon ta kan ti kan soi ni mo na a lo ngai lo
right at the top. But of course Zyro Extreme would probably be kicking themselves, because they did not bag a single position inside top 5. It's kind of to show that they had a more passive outing and mostly prioritized the zone and having all of their players alive inside the final circle. Did not really go for those finish points, but the ones who did go for the finish points, Mac with 5, KSR of course with multiple clutches so far in
in this tournament, in this group. 5 finishes for his name, Admino with 4 finishes, Levi with 4, and Jelly with 3. And ladies and gentlemen, now we are gonna have a look at the point standings.
Here, point naron da paruk na.
27 points.
Arai pi na ma chiang ki lan nei lo ni kha 10 point saron ne ka soi kha. Press ben point ma ti ye. Lock point som chon nei mi chiang won ti lan nei reng sia. Finishing point kha nei reng sia ti ge 10 point chin ya arai pi. Pen of so complain high. 11 points. 11 gula kan ki ka nei kha. Ma 11 gula lo ma ki ka nei kha. Oh, precision ki kha nei.
21 points in total.
11 points lo man nei.
Bi bo hin ting chong mai ne sang khel cha chuan.
Next sang khel cha chuan ting thei.
8 finish points.
Top 8 mi.
But 8 placement points as well. In general, this team, when it comes to the fragging department, they're definitely packing a massive punch.
Ma lo chu khi lai te ki cha siam ve chu ngai in siam kha chu ngai don.
Point khat po lu.
Finishing point ki te ma ve chu.
They certainly do, right? Once again, the stage being a little disappointing for a lot of these teams. Team Lightning, Glitch Gaming, as well as Galactic and the boys end up with 0 points. Initiative, once again, a poor display from them. 2 points.
Bye.
Coupled with the map of Erangel as well, Initiative, they're not in the right position. They're
fuck,
not in the situation where they would want to be. UP50 mentioned this team very accurately. I feel like they're tracking the cylinders. It's just they've been struggling. Right? On the map of Erangel, they only racked up about 2 placement points. 8 placement points.
15, 12, 10, 8, 6.
The added total is enough for them to cross the
1-1-1.
qualify. They already have
racked up about 2
the fact that this team is sort of knocking on the doors of tier 1. They've done this in the past. They've beaten this team in the past, and they've had this experience of being such a knockout situation. I believe this team would really want to make a statement, considering they are an underdog. They want to make a statement in the final. They must probably rack up a lot of those finish points and placement points. Get a chicken dinner to end things up and finish this run, because so far they've been decent in taking it.
I mean, to be honest, I'm just happy the fact that these underdog teams are able to perform even better than what we saw in the past. It just feels like as the day are passing by, even these underdog teams are getting way too strong. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, registrations are open. You are probably seeing all these teams doing their best. If you do want to register your team, and you want to play on the stream itself, then what you guys need to do is register your team on esports. The registrations are
pasarinan de so pasarinan de so pangalan de so pathunan ni sa lo table luiso ka atharan mangle to katihan o ti ve mai ro
required, because those details are going to be the difference between you playing the tournament and you getting disqualified in the latest stages. So it's going to be really important. But for now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to move on to the last and the final team of the day, and then goodbye to my friend Necro. Join to the desk. Of course, OR Esports is going to be on the lookout. They are going to be on the hunt. And I believe that this team will not stop, considering the performance that they've shown on the map of Erangel and on the map of Miramar. Johnny, what do you think? Is OR going to continue the run of domination?
I think for sure. I think there's no other way they can go as well, because they are a big name, and after what just happened in the previous game, not making it through, I think OR will definitely try to showcase to their fan, like, all right, we will not get distracted. We are not going to try and
Allahan share dun bemolen choi tui lo let ta hanit charing go om chung jo ku va mum zat lo soi ru le,
and hoping that they make it through, and they have good momentum as well, with the first 2 games playing out quite nicely for them. So I think they're pretty much already pushing through to the top 8. But apart from them, I think as you and Necro were talking about the underdogs, the not so well-known teams inside this lobby, I think the ball is now in their court as to how can they react to a mammoth like OR Esports being in their lobby. What can they do to actually put up a fight and in fact eventually pick them off? And I think Sanok is the perfect opportunity to actually make it happen.
Hiền thì cây hiền thì
And just like you mentioned, I feel
dark
like
joy.
Dark joy an GP number daro le.
GP number daro.
GP number daro.
Ai sa kahiyan at dik boko mo mas dark joy mas saber.
The chin aron len chung khanin ku vapret ai to a dark joy na ron ring dika dark joy ha GP number la ta ano da se la. Cheng sa lo pe do ne chu sa ring goan. Le GP number lo daro le.
placement points, finding those
Đâu
good
đã, không làm
positions
được
and
rồi.
keeping your men alive.
Dark joy à. Lo man sim sak lo ni sa ring go fel khop mai.
You still struggle to take out,
Cheng
even
sa.
though he's just a single player. But that's how good this team is, right? And that is the reason why you need those
Dark joy ha.
players. You need your team to stick
Kan ha
together
kan ho
as
mai kan ho
long as you
dunia.
possibly can to get those placement points and
Paru ka te tam ka to ne tu ta bo pario.
you will be
Nào lo ku bai man he be. Ite chu enti ni yang in tier po. In tier po.
Who's not going to
Ek tum po ni
qualify?
na.
All of those questions, ladies and gentlemen, is going
Get
to be
and let go,
answered in the
ati.
final game of
Dark joy ha lo mati
And
mas saber
surely I
lo.
still remember the emotional roller coaster we went through when we casted the last map of Sanok.
Ai di mas ano mi.
Want to see something like that again.
Raju Bai hian.
This is where you and I have
Raju
a
Bai
different
an.
opinion.
Raju Bai so kalo.
Raju Bai.
I wanted to happen
Raju Bai so
again.
ni.
Raju Bai so kalo.
Those hardships
Raju Bai à.
Raju Bai so
Ring
kalo
dik
daro.
ma saber en rawu ranti. O Raju Bai GP number daro le.
Especially again, I
GP
think
number
there will
Raju
be
Bai à.
individuals who will
Ivan
go
do.
for the gamble
Ivan do
plays
yan
of,
how do ni.
pushing in
I know.
early
Ke poka
in
gym du.
terms of those hybrid circles, in terms of
That
those
will be
hybrid
a
zones. They are
that
going to
type of man.
rotate a little bit too much, move out too wide.
Raju Bai chu a GP ro chu chen te mo nu te mo i pa te mo GP na kha ron da me.
Sanok that we casted, and I think
Raju
if,
Raju
the
mas
hardships
kan
continue to
kan
be,
hue.
like continue to happen in a similar manner, we
Vai
are
pa
going to
hi
see
ko mo
those
an nom
decisions
pe se tu. Raju Bai à GP number ron da hai.
Kalo siro ko.
Cheng sa ron lo don ni. 811
11
99
99
65
65
229.
229. Asele mày. À đầu chia lên lầu mò, đầu chia lên lầu mò.
Aron ris di kanya.
Nên này vắt.
Nên này vắt thế. Nên này vắt thế thì khăn em. Nên này à, in minh cho bạn chi. Nên này à. Nên này à. Nên này vắt thế thì khăn em. In này cho nó sẽ ra.
Cái nó bên luôn.
Bên hai luôn. In này cho nó bên số lỗ mà. Nên này à. Ôn nhỉ.
Ôn nhỉ thì ok, cầm bên hai lần không. Bây giờ tam dù bạn này biết.
Lâu limit tất cả cái sao đấy có. À. Camera sau nó có.
Lần em.
Nên này vắt thế. Cheng sa đúng không này. À, cần lông pui ấy. Nên này à.
Chỉ rất mạnh. Đâu rõ đi.
À,
đầu chiên mình là.
Đó.
À đầu chiên này có mong dạng à.
Nhìn mấy thế này.
Anh mua bóng cái này bỏ được không?
Đầu lút to thì được ok.
Ok, cắn lỗ mày.
Cho nên đây gia đình với ta cần live ai watch party ta cần này RIP Mizo Gaming te last match an khela dona thei to ban chu kan be se ha thei to pin khela point thata karon lo cho thei ngai kan be se ni
Ta kali don jacket đi học thì asual lo tlang puya. Kalau mau apa kan pasal.
thei to aron cho ngai kan be se ni te chuanin RIP Mizo te tuna heng ka watch party don lo wa ke ka gym ve lok workout anga zalama ka life in fact nga cho nên RIP Mizo te an kit ngai thinan du sak na sang ber kan na na team we use mingin anyang chu chuanin RIP Mizo te kan lo tran cho ni te kan lo chhedu ni chuanin zana kan life anga dare tank em huvek don ya ka channel pa nga ya tuna ka channel hi chu ka mang to le don lo ni RIP Mizo te an thil ngai thinan trong trai pui khan mo ni zavain ba ba vek kule
Achuana kosa we are run vulai te chu Achan chaberde ani Kapakum eng na nge to Eng chung ye I zana Ilim inui reng thei bi ka Eng chung ye mo ilim na turu Eng nghe ka ayang ka inang tia ka boy lo Mariak te a tu she pui lo lim na num Eng polo thing se lom ta kin ka dong song chi Ko vel mu a riang mai la Chung kwa nu ne na leng tu nin tu dang kan ngai lo Silver sam thiam sam ri le lui luang rim moi ten min oi Vai vút ta xiam vai vút ta kia le mai tur hian Eng e mo lung kham tur kan nei le Tin cha Nit la van voi in rim ta kina thok Mi hau sa kan mi ati Ma se tang ka le lung lu sen tram mi Lấy râu lu chuan tu ra nei lâu Cấp bậc khung anh na nghe thô Anh chung nghe ý ấy dân na Mi hậu sa cần ni tì si a Anh chung nghe ý hậu sắc na thu ru Anh nghe ka ayang ka inang tia ka boy lo Mariak te a tu she pui lo lim na num Anh polo thing se lom ta kin ka dong song chi Ko vel mu a riang mai la Chung kwa nu ne na leng tu nin tu dang kan ngai lo Silver sam thiam sam ri le lui luang rim moi ten min oi Vai vút ta xiam vai vút ta kir le mai tur hian Anh e mo lung kham tur kan nei le Tin cha Ko veleng moi kan mu ni apang in Kan boral ngan ni tur kan pa Vai khat ba kan piam do lo Lung ngày nan hun kam mang phalo Anh nghe ka ayang ka inang tia ka boy lo Mariak te a tu she pui lo lim na nu Anh po lo thang se lom ta kin ka dong song chi Ko vel mu a riang ma ila Chung kwa nu ne na leng tu nin tu dang kan ngai lo Silver sam thiam sam ri le lui luang rim moi ten min oi Vai vút ta xiam vai vút ta kir le mai tur hian Anh e mo lung kham tur kan nei le Tin cha Gian chim mây ser te tak te ang mây Wayang hu thu tiam du tak su Ikya nga ka reng nang Ikut ka van se lang Min ring ro ka ti poi te Thil pa khat chau ka nge na che Sa twa na lim na top mai lo chu Tu thu sa พี่ก็ดูกันเสีย
I'll be here as always. I can never forget you, my love, and your smile. When you're here in my arms, you're the eternal source of light in my life. 'Cause your love is so sweet, you are my everything. These words are more than just sweet nothings. I'm not going to change, no I will never change, and I will always watch over you. Light of my life, you're the one in my life. Even when I may lose everything, I will never regret and keep on loving you. You're the only one that's in my heart.
Nắng nề na cần bung khát này em ngàn miên chân chẳng thấy lo nghe anh ôm lệ anh sẽ ôm cô em kín cần toa ra anh khi này in mình trên bà xoan mình tiêm rồi ít dấu trang ý cả ang xuống ngã lâu cho lắm dễ in vì mê chẳng lại ai về thế nghĩ. 'Cause your
Love is so sweet, you are my everything. These words are more than just sweet nothings. I'm not going to change, no I will never change, and I will always watch over you. Light of my life, you're the one in my life. Even when I may lose everything, I will never regret and keep on loving you. You're the only one that's in my heart. Tina heart mitani tam arem si lo len dun hi di pom lai nei ma la ban sai really hard nui moi moi nge kan lom pui che ma se na tang atam thì chẳng về sẽ ô mình môi mình nên là các bạn kain làm đủ nila cái suy lung lom kim nghe ang nang nên lên đun hi cái tu ai sang
see